You feel bad to a point, you know, but can't go to the parks every day.
Can't be there every
Can't be there every day. The what is it?
There we go. Get in on the giveaway that's running.
So we got Disneyland in less than a week, basically like 5 days at this point now.
Right.
Then after the 5 days, Disneyland, we come back home. Then we have our cruise, our anniversary cruise, Disney cruise. So there we go. Yes, the package, the event packages. I was pretty spot on. I said about $150 to $200 for the lower tier package. So I felt like I was spot on. I think they undercharged. Let's just be honest. Disney could charge whatever price they want and people would pay it. I thought that package, the higher tier package, was going to be $300. Like I thought for sure a hundred. Kermit right there. This is a WDI hat. I got this in one of the WDI shopping. Yes, and then this is my new Roosevelt. I got this for the cruise. So yeah, 269 was pretty close. I thought $300 for sure was like the bottom rate that it would go for. I could have saw them saying 200 and 350 in a heartbeat. So that was kind of like the fact is that I think they raised it like $20 from last year, so it's not actually not that bad because 249 last year, 269 this year, so $20 more. Um, it doesn't look like it looks like it's going to be unlimited trading. I am concerned about Disneyland's trading though. There is this big caption on the higher tiered package that says that you get to trade at the higher tier package, you get to trade at the limited edition boards. So I'm not higher tier package. Does that mean I'm walking up to a board of hidden Mickeys? Like that's what that sounds like.
That's a little daunting, isn't
I am greatly concerned about what it's going to look like in Disneyland.
Right.
I will have your full coverage of Disneyland.
It'll be interesting.
But it'll be interesting because it's going to be. I saw that verbiage and I was like, I don't like that. And then somebody went and said today, RSP for new pins.
Right.
RSP for new pins. What are two sets that they don't have at Disneyland right now? Trash cans and Jack in the Boxes. They better not. They they, they better not do trash cans and Jack in the Boxes as like the new pins that you can get.
We'd be happy for the Californians, but
I'd be happy for everyone in California, but I don't need them. So
that would be sad, yeah.
if they split, yeah, I think that's the biggest thing is right now, newer pins. I'm hoping like there's nothing with Stitch that was released. There's nothing. There's a whole bunch of stuff that they completely like left out. There's like no Mr. Toad.
Yeah.
And like I think of Disneyland right now. That's one of the characters that I think of when I go think of Disneyland is Mr. Toad, and there's nothing for that, which is kind of weird.
So do you think the RSP is it's going to be on the spot RSP, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's gonna be on the spot RSP.
We had that at our very first event that we went to.
It
Didn't
really.
we?
Well, that was for the frame sets.
Like auction.
Yeah, that was the
style RSP?
that was the frame sets you put in for what frame sets you wanted the most of, and then you kind of went from there. So that could go either way, but that's what I'm concerned of. Julie, did they pull a lot of pins today?
Yes, you guys did. Yeah.
134 pins were pulled today.
Yes.
I could literally condense it down to like less than 2.5 buckets of what you did not choose, which is crazy.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Everything's 20% discount today, so whatever the price that we have on it, we're going to start the auction at a 20% discount. Yeah, we want Mr. Toad. Like, I want some Mr. Toad.
Yeah.
Mr. Toad trades very well. I have a lot of people that like Mr. Toad. They come here, so
Get in on the giveaway. You guys
be
have
nice.
50 seconds to get in on it. If you do win a giveaway before you make a purchase, we pay for your shipping. So it's always
Yes.
good to get in on the first 3 giveaways that we run, just in case you might win.
Event exclusive D pins would be amazing. I mean, it would be amazing, but
If their wave D or I mean wave B came out or something.
I don't think they're gonna do anything.
won't do
Yeah, they're not gonna do anything like that. But it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be. I don't know. I feel like from the moment that they announced and they showed the catalog, people lost steam in this pin event immediately.
I can't tell you how many times we've gotten emails for RSPs that have opened up.
So if you have,
Over and over
let me
and over
let's
again.
ask this question. If you have tickets to the
Yes.
Disney to this event coming up, um,
No, Nora, we will not.
have you been getting a lot of like RS like this is available now? Because
Right.
we've been getting it left and right. We return stuff because I don't need 8 of a pin.
HRM Hunt, congrats.
Congratulations.
You got a first giveaway.
For the one giveaway.
How about
2
2?
giveaways. I mean, if you guys were to just to ask you guys, I feel like is the chat not moving?
Yeah,
Or
it's
is it on
not
slow
really.
mode or
It's
is
not on
did
slow mode.
everyone like
It's Friday night.
it's
Everyone's
Friday
out there
night. Stop partying. Like
Yeah.
I was like, is it on slow mode? Did everyone fall asleep? I see hearts galore.
Well, that's because it's National Heart Day or week or something like that. I don't know. Whatnot told me about it when I logged in early this morning.
I will
And
say
apparently, if you keep hitting your screen,
yes.
your hearts are going to change
Okay.
and do different things.
Oh, the hearts will do different things.
That's
Okay.
why they're kind of exploding
There you go.
now. They don't normally explode.
The I will say that when we're talking about stuff like that, I know you guys like to listen intently. So, um, the main thing is like when you look at we got the pricing for those the September event. It's going to be interesting. I think they're going to sell about 1250. That's what they sold last year was 1250 total tickets. It was 250 plus packages and then it was 1,000 of the regular packages. The only problem with that is there was 8,000 people in the queue line.
Yeah.
That's
Dun dun dun.
done, done, done. Indeed. When
Yeah.
somebody's asking me, like, are you going to be able to, like, am I going to be able to get tickets? To this? How do I get tickets? Like, 8,000 devices is more along the lines, but
Right.
but still,
Yep, for Walt Disney World.
yeah,
It was intense.
it's gonna be interesting because I've had a lot of people asking, like, can I, like, am I gonna get, like, be able to get tickets to this? Question mark.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I'm gonna get tickets to this.
I know, that's the scary part.
I'm not scared. I'm just gonna be making a lot of eBay purchases.
Yeah.
I'm really not that concerned about it. Like if it was like after the fact, when stuff is brand new, people have it. Like
Yeah.
I've got enough favors that I need to call in on people that owe me big time. So
Mm-hmm.
we'll kind of go from there.
Yeah.
Julie loaded the buy it now.
Yeah.
So if you're wondering what we mean by it now, the little house or not, it used to be a
It's a
house.
shop
It's a shop button, the little shop button down there. Julie loaded that. You can look at pins right now. Before we get into the carded pins that you guys had us pull at the 20% discount. Like I said, you guys pulled 134 pins. There's only about 40 pins you did not pull today. We might do some show and sell at the very end, depending on how it goes. But how we're going to do show and sell today is I'm going to run the pin at the discount. And then when we run the pin at the discount, if you want to bid on it, you bid on it. If not, we can show it much quicker that way. It kind of goes by a lot faster that way. But there's some stuff that you guys can pick that has hinges. Like there's a Brer Rabbit pin that I don't even think you guys know is a Brer Rabbit pin. And that is chilling. I'm not going to show it, but
Yeah, the house. It's not a house button anymore. It's a square.
I forgot they changed it. It's not a house.
Yeah, it's a square.
But yeah, there's a.
No, we won't be
Yeah.
going to that event. We are actually flying out Sunday.
Yeah, we.
Because Julie didn't plan ahead.
Well, it's
I
not that
didn't
it's
think
it ain't
about
so much that Julie
coming.
didn't plan ahead. We are there Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We have 3 days worth of tickets. I plan on going to Disneyland a lot, and it might be at the expense of the pin event. I am not blown away with this compared to what Walt Disney World is going to be offering.
Yeah.
It looks like Walt Disney World is going to have unlimited trading on the boards. Awesome. There is not unlimited trading on these boards.
Yeah.
You get 4 tabs. I might piece out and like trade in my 4 tabs, jump in line, get through it, get it done, get it over with, and go hit Disneyland.
Right.
You know.
Well, and then the one day, we can't get in until 2 o'clock.
Yeah, so we're probably gonna go to
Is that the
Disneyland.
day that we pick up?
That's
our
Friday, yeah.
RSPs? Yeah.
And I mean, all you're doing that day is picking up the RSP and things. So we don't even need to go at 2 o'clock. We can go even later. So, and hello everyone, if it is your first time here.
Yeah, I saw a lot of you guys are new here.
If you circled pins
we'll
in
go
the
over everything.
Facebook group, we're gonna go over social media stuff, go over our pin events that we have coming up here in Orlando, and then we'll jump into it. How was Beaches and Cream? It was fan
So good.
flippin'
So good.
the best. Like it is so good.
They changed their burgers though, so their burgers
They did
were
change them a little bit,
a
yes.
little bit more tough than they normally
Now, let me
are.
show you because you look. You look extra pretty today.
But yeah, so I had a burger too. Richard got the burger. Normally I get the Reuben, and I love the Reuben, but I had a taste for a burger, and I was a little disappointed. I should have went with the Reuben.
Top
Only
two,
because it was a little tough. It just wasn't a juicy burger.
the top two things that I ate there. Number one was the onion rings.
Onion rings were
Onion
so
rings
good.
were
Yeah. We
fantastic.
got like you can get a side of onion rings added onto your meal, so that's what he did. So we all shared the onion rings, and that was very
And the
good.
No Way Jose.
And No Way Jose.
No Way Jose is
He
the
needed more hot fudge though. Oh my gosh, I
yes.
wanted hot fudge. Happy
Evelyn,
Friday.
Evelyn, I didn't try any of the. I didn't try any of the tater tots, but Evelyn had the tater tots and
Amanda
said
Hill.
they were awesome.
Congrats, you got the second giveaway. So now we are on
Third giveaway. Julie, what's better than two giveaways?
How about
Three giveaways. Okay, so let's go ahead. We'll flip it around. So basically, if you guys have never been here before, we'll kind of break down after we show the social media stuff. Like, what are we doing here? So, on Facebook, we run Pin Trading Disney, the best Facebook pin group that there is. Hold on one second, because there's a stretching cat over here. Oh, yawn, Fancy. Fancy, don't jump down. Say hi to everybody. Are you trying to?
wake up?
Fancy's gonna try and jump on the table.
No,
No, she's gonna go down. Oh, Fancy, I love Fancy. Fancy pants. Okay. On Instagram, I am the Figment guy. On Instagram, Julie is the Figment guy's wife. On TikTok, I am the Figment guy. On YouTube, I am the Figment guy. On Pinpicks, trusted seller, the Figment guy. I think we're gonna pass 77 or 67,000 items sold today.
Yes, I
Is
did
what we're
see
gonna
that.
pass today. So 67,000 items today
I looked
that we have sold on whatnot.
Pretty cool.
Pin event, July 5th. So, Julie, how much does it cost to get into this pin event?
It is a free event.
How much does it cost for parking?
Completely free.
What if I want to bring my 47 children?
Bring them all.
They're all free, right?
All free.
All free. So it's all
Come have
free.
fun.
80 plus tables. Our featured vendors help us keep these events free. So we got Thanos's right pins, pin pinning ghosts, Kenny pins, pinning magic, pins collecting, and fins and pins. All wonderful sellers here on what a good get 47 children.
Yeah, I know.
I haven't said that in a long time.
Make sure you bring your mini fans though.
Yes, bring your mini
It'll get
fans.
warm in this location.
So they help keep the event free for us, with their sponsorship. So you're not going to be here July 5th. When is the next time we're running a pin event? September 6th and November 8th are the next Figment Guy events here in Orlando, absolutely free. But of course, if Figment Guy is associated with a pin event, it is free also.
Yeah.
We have basically a co-hosted pin event with GoPin Pro, with
and
Pin Picks on
August 31st.
Thank you. I'm waiting for the paper.
I know. I need to
There's
print it
no
off.
paper,
I'm
ma'am.
going to do it, I swear.
So yeah, that's the next pin event. That's at our normal location that we
is
normally have
called
it
our
at.
D23
D-
Pin Trading Finale.
Pin trading finale. And then September 21st, the day after the Disney pin event, us and GoPin Pro are co-hosting a pin event at an arena.
Yes.
Silver Spurs Arena in Kissimmee. That is 33,000 square feet. We're hoping to have 200 plus vendors.
Yep.
We're almost there, and I think we can do more. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens.
Very convention style.
Yes.
It's going to be awesome.
Convention pin trading style. Like there is the pin trading floor and then convention for the rest of it.
We have not. I mean, we told everybody that we have a new location.
Yes.
But we haven't announced the new location yet. I just signed the contracts for it.
Contract is signed now.
I just paid the down payment for it. But right now, before we actually,
Can I just show them a little diagram?
Right now, before we actually announce it, I want to make sure I've got my tables ready so my vendors can start bugging me for tables.
So let me show a little diagram. So here's the Walmart. Put a big W for Walmart. Out in front of the Walmart is the Ramada. That is where we are at now. We'll put an R for Ramada. And then there's this crazy thing called 192. We'll put 192 there.
Or West Bronson.
West Earlo Bronson Memorial Parkway, whatever they want to call it. Our new venue is like right over here. Just across the street. So if you go, the best part about it though, this had some weird where you had to UE into it. No U-turn into it, nice turn into it, nice and easy. So
Yeah.
It is we'll say it right now. It's about 7,000 square feet, so it kind of gives us a little bit more space. We're gonna have around the same amount of tables, but we have flexibility in this to go up to 13,000 square feet if we want to.
Mhm.
Is it a new building? It is a new ownership of the building.
Sassy Shimer, you don't have to turn left to go to Starbucks because it has
It has a Starbucks
Starbucks.
inside of it. You don't have to go take a left. You just have to walk down the hallway to the Starbucks.
Our current space is 5,800
Yeah.
square feet.
And so just
But it's an odd shaped,
yeah.
because we
This
have,
is
yeah,
if
walls that don't go completely in
mhm.
from them opening divider walls.
If you saw in the picture, it's a rectangle. So it's nice and easy, kind of
And the AC is
brand new. The AC is literally
It's brand new.
brand new.
Rocket
So
congratulations, you got the third
no
giveaway.
doors to be held open. It has a convention space in the front of it where you're gonna basically come in. It has its own parking for the convention on the back part of it. Whole bunch of tiers. The goats holding up the cards over here. So if you hit a tier, we like to shout you out from the rooftops. There's only one way to do that. That's with the goat. When you do that, you get a coupon. Go clip your coupon up top, hit redeem, and then that gets added in there for you. Julie, do one more giveaway.
Okay.
Let's do a fourth giveaway because I feel like we were talking a little bit. So
Yes.
this is 2026. So
Yes.
2026, we will be in the brand new venue.
Richard and I have to discuss details and make sure that the seating chart is
Mhm.
ironed out and the prices are right, and then we will announce it to everybody.
So the other piece of that is that when we're going into this new venue, the biggest thing that I'm excited about is just parking was becoming an issue with how busy the event was getting,
Yeah.
and I think it might be an issue for the rest of this year.
Yeah.
With the two events that we still have left, it could be an issue.
Mhm.
There is parking, but you got to walk a little bit to get there. So I do like this alleviates the parking problem. It alleviates kind of the air conditioning problem because there was way too many bodies in there at that point. And there's also the other problem that every event venue that we've gone to, we've outgrown it before we even had our first event there.
Yeah.
So the nice thing is this has bigger space where we can expand
Yeah.
if need be.
We're-
So that's the good
yeah.
news.
We're currently in half of the location,
Mhm.
but there's another half to it that can be opened up. And then there's also another space right outside the door as well that we can use if need
We
be.
might just be adding that on
Yeah.
for most of the events, just because I think once we announce it, we're going to probably sell out and we're going to end up with all the people on the wait list like we normally do, or people that are like last minute traveling to get here for a pin event. So I think it's a nice, easy way. This extra space that there is in it, we can like literally rent it out even like a month before if we really wanted to.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to rent that space out when we're going to have the event space right in front of it.
Yeah.
So that's the nice piece about it. I think that adds another 1,200 square feet
So yeah,
on top of
I
that.
mean, yeah,
So
this location is 12,121 square
Mhm.
feet. We're not using all that space this time, but if we need to, it's there. So
But even though
that's nice.
it's like it's even bigger than that because even that other
Yeah.
room is another 1,200. So it's about
Exactly.
it's over 13,000 square feet, which is great because we don't outgrow it immediately. You know, that's my number one concern is going to a new place and you outgrow it immediately.
Mhm.
And that kind of stinks. So if you're new here, how this works, this is a live stream live auction. We are basically putting pins up there for you. We are gonna start it at a 20% discount, but it is a auction. If you pulled the pin, you were not the only one that probably pulled that pin. There's I'll tell you, a lot of you like Hannah Montana.
Oh yeah.
A lot of you like a lot of that kind of stuff. So,
Yep.
you know, more frequently in 2026. Yes. So
Every month.
every month. So this is, do you want to hear the funny part? So not only did I get Julie to agree to 12 events, we're technically agreed to 13 events because we're doing 12 events here in Florida and we're doing the event in Ohio
Yes.
next year.
Yes. So
We are
kind of crazy.
we are technically doing 13 events with just us
Right.
next year. Next year will be also we'll be doing the big event with GoPin Pro.
Yep.
So we could be looking at 14 to 15 events
Right.
next year in a 12-month period.
So crazy.
The amount, and I'll tell you this, the funny thing is I would love to travel to other events. Fister Dad throws events up in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of different people. South Florida wants me to come down
Hmm.
and do an event, and not do an event with them, but like be at the event and
Oh yeah,
everything.
because it's a specific location that's reached out to you.
They've
Yeah,
reached
I
out many a
remember.
times and everything, and they're going to give me the space for free
Yeah.
if I wanted to do that. So there's the part of me that's like, if it's free,
Gina, I wish I could say that it's all Richard, but it's me as well. So
the ultimate thing comes down to of like it is.
I'm gonna regret it, I'm sure,
Mhm.
doing monthly, but it in the long run, it's worth it. So that's what I gotta tell myself. In the long run, it's worth it.
With how much inventory we have coming in, it's nice to show you guys stuff. But if you don't select inventory that we have, it is nice to be able to have a chance to swap that inventory out. So
Yep.
that's that. I mean, that's I don't think people do enough of that at pin events.
30 seconds to
You
get
know,
in on this fourth
if you're going
giveaway.
to an event and you are a seller here on Whatnot, and you've already shown this inventory, it's good to swap that inventory out. It's always a good thing. So
Yes, Julie did this. Unfortunately, I can't blame Richard.
do you see? So this is a good question.
Grab the goat.
Grab the goat.
It's over in the bucket again.
Oh, do you see pin trading growing right now? Yes.
Yeah.
An alarming rate, not an alarming rate, but I see it growing. So the wealth of wanting knowledge is completely out there, but then you also have this other stance of people that don't want to learn and don't care. Like they don't care if pins are fake.
Jasmine, congrats! You got that fourth giveaway.
Just because you're buying here on Whatnot, know who you're buying from. Has the person been selling in pins and stuff like that? So there's a lot of that stuff. There's a good ways in our group. We try to protect you as much as we can, with the whole don't pay friends and family. They're not your friends. They're not your family. All that fun stuff. So there's ways that you can kind of, protect yourself. Slash, there's ways that you can, enhance what you're doing. So
Mhm.
you ready, babe?
Yes.
Let's flip it. Did you start another
I
giveaway?
did because I didn't know how long you were gonna.
Oh, he's just going to keep talking.
He's just gonna keep talking.
So it's growing insanely fast, and there's a lot of people that are getting like involved in it, and that's awesome. Like the more eyeballs on it, the better. I think. Yeah, Julie's just sneaking giveaways in. Do you have? Yeah,
Yeah.
there we go. So Disneyland Paris, mini jumbo stitch. Oh, this thing is dying. This thing isn't dying; it's dead.
Already, I used it today.
Yeah, he's glow in the dark, and he ain't glowing right now.
Because of the bad battery.
Okay, so Disneyland Paris, $30 normally. We are gonna go ahead and run that at 24 bucks.
Okay, so when I start the auction, if you're new here, um, you're gonna swipe right if you want to.
There's a little swipe button that's gonna pop up right here. Do not outbid yourself. If you are winning the auction, please, please, please do not bid. Only bid if somebody steals the auction from you.
How much was it again?
24 bucks.
I forgot.
It's okay.
All right, there we go. First,
Yeah, the duckling right there. I love the fact that they have the ducklings included in all the pins. So, like I said, we have 6 buckets of pins to show you guys today. If you liked Hannah Montana, be ready because Hannah Montana and the High School Musical, all those pins are coming up fast and furious.
Torture Dashley, thank you so much for your first purchase with Figment Guide Pins.
Welcome to the Figment family.
Congratulations.
Next is going to be limited edition of 4,000 Goofy movie at Lester's Possum Park, which is amazing. $45 normally. We're going to run that at 36 bucks. Pin trading is growing exponentially right now, and that's a good thing. But that means people are saying, like, I know people that have been in pins for years that couldn't get into the event last year, and they're concerned because they don't think they're going to be able to get into the event this year.
Right.
B Zane.
615. Thank you so much for your first purchase with Figment Guide Pins.
Welcome to the Figment family. Here we go. High School Musical 2, 2007. $30 normally. It's going to be 24 bucks. Let's go. I think that's the other thing is like there's a lot of good content out there. And I think the what is it? They call it edutainment.
Edutainment.
Edutainment needs to get a little bit better though.
Wow.
Like that's the pieces. Edutainment needs to get a little bit better.
That's funny. Congrats.
Congrats.
You got that one.
I like Sassy Scheimer. You can say that in the regular chat. You don't have to say that in my Sassy Scheimer never got into High School Musical. Thank goodness. Kevin Jonas, 2009. Do you want to be Kevin Jonas complete? You can't technically because there's a pin with all of his brothers.
Oh yeah.
There's a couple pins of Kevin Jonas. But if you want Kevin Jonas by himself, this is the only one that there is. $24 we're going to go on that.
Okay. There we go.
But yeah, so there's a lot of good, a lot of good content in there. A lot of good. New hotel is legit across the street, isn't it? It is legit right across the street.
Yes, but there's multiples over
There's
there.
multiple
So
across the street. We'll just say it
that's
is
all we're gonna say.
it is across the
There's
street.
a lot
Yes.
over there. We'll be announcing it soon.
Kevin
Stephanie,
Jonas. There you go. 2008. It is Hannah Montana. 30 normally. We're gonna run $24.
Yeah, we will be announcing soon. I just don't want to get any potential vendors reaching out to me
Because what we'll
prior
have,
to that because we need to have our prices ready.
we will have a lot of people that are gonna start reaching out the moment that they kind of know when and where it's going to be.
Yes.
Ray, you got Fragment here. Don't forget to clip your coupon up there.
Maddie Fusey, 1616. Thank you so much for your first purchase with Figment Guy pins.
Welcome to the Figment family. And don't forget, buy it now. We're accepting all offers in the buy it now. So if you go on there, you click on the item. I see that 10 items have already sold from the buy it now. But if you're searching through there, or just so you know, we are accepting all offers unless offers are not turned on the item. 2007 Hannah Montana 30 normally. We're going to run $24.
Here we go.
How do you unlock Fragment here? Watch the show 5 times. So 5 different shows, more than 10 minutes. We'll get you Fragment here, and that's a $5 off coupon. I believe buy 5 items.
eBridge, congrats. You got the giveaway.
And then Courtney Cruz, congratulations on the pin that's coming to you. One of the really cool ones, guys. It's the Hannah Montana CD pin. 2008 Hannah Montana CD pin. 30 normally, we're going to run that at $24. And the tiers all reset on June 2nd. So if you have a coupon, you haven't used that coupon, June 2nd, I believe, is your last time that you can.
She said above it was like June 7th.
June 7th,
Yeah.
the tiers end on June 2nd. So you
Yes.
can't earn any higher after June 2nd. Okay, that's how it is.
Steffish.
Steffish, congratulations. That's coming to you. Hannah Montana, 2008, $30 normally. We're going to run that at $24 also. I'm trying to use my coupon. Or some of them call her, she's Miley. Sorry, I'm saying.
There we
It's
go.
just Miley. Oh, I love this series from Paris. Paris pins. Let's talk. Paris pins are really good. I love Paris pins a lot. Courtney, congratulations. This is new, and I hope they have this when we go on our cruise, Julie. The new Stitch mystery box pin with the new design. I love the pastel kind of, not pastel, but like the neon, like almost like 90s vibe going on. $25 normally on that. We're gonna run that at $20. So yeah, we're going on our cruise. So I'm hoping they have some cool cruise pins. We'll probably bring a whole bunch back for shows coming up after the fact. I have a Hong Kong order that is box one. It should be shipping en route to the house.
Congrats, Mac and Mom.
Mac and Mom, congratulations.
The tiers will start from scratch again. So
Yes.
if you reached a certain tier, it'll start you down. I don't know if they're doing it like they did last time.
They
If
said
you
they
went
are.
higher.
If you hit the highest tier, they automatically start you at gold.
Okay.
So if you hit the highest tier, you automatically get stuck. You go right to gold. These are the Christmas ones. These are LE 2000. They do tuck inside, which is kind of cool. I figured it how it was. You have to unlock and then lock them into place. $35 normally, undated, which is smart on Disney's part. Keep them all undated if you can. 35 normally, we're gonna run that at $28.
Yeah, obviously, motion sickness on a cruise is a concern.
Yes.
It's been 22 years since we've been on a cruise.
Mhm.
So I plan on just bringing some Dramamine, having some of those pressure points, wristlets on, if need be.
2DC Mom, congratulations on that one. Next one, character gift boxes, LE of 2,250. It is a detachable pin, like tiny pin that goes with that, and it's Flounder for Little Mermaid. And there's thingamabobs and all kinds of things in there. 30 normally, we're gonna run that at 24 bucks.
There is pin trading on the cruises, yes. In fact, somebody just said up
Mhm.
above, Decrift said they got so many of the 25 hidden Mickeys on their last cruise.
Yes. Any
So
park pins tonight? Yes, there are park pins tonight. Sunday, if you like park pins, I have targeted you hard. Sunday show is already put together. I already took pictures. I am targeting everybody on Sunday.
that
I
sounds sick.
think I kind of targeted everybody today too,
Yes.
with how many pins everybody
And
pulled.
Sunday show is at 12 o'clock noon. So it's not a night show, it's an afternoon show.
12 o'clock noon. Kim Cott says trading on the cruise is gold.
That's awesome.
We're gonna bring a
I'm
board.
excited.
I feel so lucky for the people that are coming that are going to trade off of our board because it's going to be ridiculous. I love this series. 2007 Princess, nice pin on pin with the dangle. 35 for Ariel. We're going to do 28 bucks on that.
28, there we go.
I'm going to come back to all scrappers, and I have no problem with that.
Yeah, it happens.
I'm bringing enough pins for that whole thing just to throw stuff on the boards every single day that we're on the cruise.
Congrats, Page C.
Page C, congrats.
We actually said we were gonna walk
have a
up and
tier?
down the aisles too. Like where the rooms are,
Mhm.
just looking for boards, seeing if we can like, trade off of boards and gift boards.
Limited release. This was the Pixar at Play series. $25 normally. We're gonna run that at 20 bucks. I also, if you like Muppets, I am targeting you hard on Sunday. Muppets. The baseball pins. Somebody was asking me, when are you running those baseball pins you got? Because I got like 9 different teams in the Mickey baseball pins. So those are all coming up on Sunday also. I am targeting everybody on Sunday. Sorry in advance.
Yes. Oh, Anna, ISSUA. She said, I find it an accomplishment to remove fake pins off the boards.
There you go.
Proud of that.
I am. I've been throwing them in the garbage as I'm trading for them.
Congrats, Beth.
Congrats. Somebody just asked, do you have Nightmare Before Christmas? And it was the next pin. Ellie of 5,000, 25 normally. He's going to be 20 bucks. Whoop.
There we go.
But yeah, I have like 8 different Mickey baseball pins that somebody brought to the pin event, so I had to like grab them because they were awesome. Are all these LE or LR? So most of them are. If they don't say LE or LR and they have the price on there, or the not the price, the date on there, that means it's like an open edition, but that's how old it is. Congratulations. Pierce got 2 screams on there. There we go. Disney Cruise Line, we just talked about. This is a newer cruise line pin that just came out. And Donald, 25 normally, we're going to run that at 20 bucks.
Daisy got pulled a little bit further back.
Yeah,
She's
Daisy.
coming later on. We love our screaming goat too.
Almost everything got pulled today. Like I said, we had 134 pins. There's Figment, there's Star Wars, there's Stitch, there's Princesses, there's there's more Nightmare Before Christmas coming up in the pile I got right in front of me.
Yes, Gonzalez, 24. Thank you so much for your first purchase with Figment Guy pins.
Welcome to the Figment family. So Sunday at noon will be when the show is, but on Saturday at 8 p.m. at night, I will be posting Eastern Standard Time. I will be posting the pins that you can choose from, and it'll be a 20% discount, just like we did before. Show me some Haunted Mansion goodies. I got Haunted Mansion coming up here in the next row.
Ooh, I have a Grail in the buy it now.
Yeah, there's a Haunted Mansion Grail in the buy it now right now also. From 2010, the Kermit Vinylmation, 25 normally. We're gonna run him at 20 bucks. Julie, Muppets are so hot right now.
You know.
They're so hot right now. Any Oswald? Was there Oswald? I don't think there is Oswald tonight.
So funny. Congrats, Eva.
There we go. Oh, here we go. We talk about Paris pins. Why are Paris pins so nice, Julie? Hold on, hold on. Here it goes.
Oh, I love that.
This thing is big, it's heavy, and it's amazing. It's 35 bucks, and we're gonna run it for 28. Let's go.
28. There we go.
This series is gorgeous. They did such a good job on this series. I also learned today that sometimes my like craziness works very well because I was like, you know what, Julie, I'm gonna retake pictures and do like a last chance on what hasn't been chosen. And Julie's like,
Kristen.
huh, that's interesting. And I was like, let's do it. So if you were pulling from the second group, you're not going to see pins till bucket 5 today because bucket 4 was all the new stuff. Limited release, may the 4th be with you. These were the mystery box limited release pins that came out. 25 normally we're going to run at 20 bucks.
I was wondering about that.
Yes.
'Cause we didn't get any of these.
I traded for a ton of them.
Yes, and I think 2 in a row got pulled, but then the other ones got pulled a little bit later on. Yeah, so like a
Awesome.
bucket or 2 behind.
Oh, I thought it was okay.
Got swiped out.
Swiped out. Somebody snuck in there.
Yes.
There's a decent amount of Stitch today. Congratulations, Andre. Is it Andre?
Could be Andrew.
Oh, it could be. Ah,
Could be.
it's
Andrew.
probably. I'm gonna go with maybe Andrew.
I think we called him
Me.
Andre before.
I think we have done this before. So limited release. May the 4th be with you. 25 normally C3PO. We're gonna go ahead and run that at 20 bucks.
There we go.
Got some more fragmenteers. You guys got your coupons. Do not forget. Clip your coupons. Go spend them in the buy it now. Worst case scenario.
Did you trade for Phineas and Ferb at the event, Richard? Because this is the second question if we're going to have Phineas and Ferb.
I did trade for Phineas and Ferb the event. I still have 4 more shows worth of pins to show you guys.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I can't show everything in a one day. So I'm kind of trying to stagger it out at this point. Deb, congrats. Limited edition of 400. This is a DSSH. This actually came out when we were at D23. LE 400. It's gonna be 35 bucks. We're gonna run that at 28 bucks for the She-Hulk pin. Is there going to be Oogie Boogie pins tonight? There's literally Oogie Boogie pin 3 pins away in my line right now. That's funny.
There sure
Yes,
is.
there's an Oogie Boogie coming up in 3 pins. Oh, no love for She-Hulk. Julie, $1 start.
Ooh.
$1 start. LE 400 She-Hulk pin for $1 start.
$1 start. There you go. If I got a $15 sign up coupon, do I have to spend it today or can I spend it? You can spend it in any future show. It doesn't have to be today. And it's actually not a coupon. If you used our link and you follow
It's
the
a credit.
process, if you follow the process properly, then you'll have a credit. It'll tell you you have a credit when you sign into a show. And then you can use it at any point.
Congratulations. Got that She-Hulk pin coming to you. Haunted Mansion, Nightmare Before Christmas crossover, stretching room portraits, normally 30. We're going to run that at 24 bucks. There's Dalmatians was pulled tonight. Yes, there's definitely Dalmatians.
Yes.
It was definitely pulled today.
Yes, the tiers will end on June 2nd and it will reboot the next show that we have. So you'll be starting from scratch again.
I don't have any Kraken products, so I can't really speak to Kraken products.
Sarah.
I only have GoPin Pro products because I'm in Florida. I feel like people that are in California like Kraken products. I feel like people that are in Florida like just the difference. They've heard good things about both companies.
So I have an example for you, really fast, really fast.
Okay.
Really fast. Oh, you're not going to show me. Okay. Whatever, Richard. So
You said it was really fast. This doesn't sound really fast.
Richard bought a collection and it did come with Kraken boards. My take on it, they're very heavy, first off, compared to the GoPin Pro boards. But the other issue that I see with it, they're not bad boards, but when I try to push the pin into it, I feel like I'm really trying to push down hard because they don't seem to want to go all the way down when they have those 2 nubs on the sides of the pins. You know, that part of it doesn't want to go into the board.
I know
so I feel like they're going to fall off, and they don't do that with GoPin Pro.
I do say this. I know that on the Kraken boards we bent like 1 pin.
Yeah,
it wasn't like it wasn't anything crazy.
Broken or anything,
but it was a bend on it.
Are heavy, and that's my take on it.
I don't really have too much of their product. So I don't really have too much of their products, so I'm not gonna say one way or the other. I just GoPin Pro. We've always had GoPin Pro's products, and they're close to us, and they literally come to our events. So it's easy. I'm like, hey, I need boards because I ran out of space, and I just go over to their table and buy some boards. So it's more of a it's really a convenience issue.
Yes.
But I've never had any issues with the product. Lock, Shock, and Barrel stretching room portrait, normally $30. We're going to run that at 24 bucks.
There we go. Oh, and I'm gonna put a giveaway up because we do giveaways every 20 auctions. If I skip it, please shout it out in the chat.
Yeah, let
I'm
you
not gonna get
hold us
mad about it.
accountable. Be like if we hit auction 40 and we're on
I will
43,
actually get
just
mad
let
at
us know.
myself if I miss
If
it.
we forget it,
So,
yeah, I know.
shout me out.
I know you do, baby.
La Wayne, thank you so much for your first purchase with Figment Guy pins.
Welcome to the Figment family. I don't think there's any Emperor's New Groove in tonight's show. Just so you guys do know, we have 70,000 pins in inventory. So like I haven't even like shown you guys these, and for normally I'll sometimes let you guys pick. It's been more than weeks. Like we're in 5/4, I think is the last date on here. Yeah, 5/4. So we're a month away on this stuff. And some of these books haven't been run since February 15th.
Yeah.
So we'll do that. We'll kind of get into some of that once these collections kind of slow up. We got a lot of stuff that's coming.
Me too.
Next is Oogie Boogie in the stretching room portrait for the Haunted Mansion Nightmare Before Christmas crossover.
$20 start.
That's not a slip of the tongue. 70,000 pins is what we have in inventory.
It's a lot.
Oh, we got a figment fragment here right after that. So I'll give you your own. It's yeah, we have a lot of everything at the moment. And then I keep getting pins. I keep buying pins. Right, Julie?
You do, yes.
Stop buying pins, Richard.
Yeah.
After you look on it, yeah, 70,005 after we look under the couch. Move the couch cushions, and it's more like 71,000.
We're okay. I don't think that happens. Collector Kyle.
Collector
Congrats.
Kyle, congrats. Really cool tapestry set. I love when I get my hands on these, especially when they have the tassels attached.
Oh, yeah.
Because these are the first things that go on these ones. $25 normally. We're gonna run that at $20 for Snow White. I mean, pin jail is a thing that people definitely have to put themselves in. Julie just basically tells me like, you don't have to have all the pins, and I'm like, I'm not trying to have all the pins, but I do like a good deal. I think everybody likes a good deal, right?
Sure, of course.
Ultimately, when it comes down to it.
And I mean, I do occasionally buy collections myself.
Yeah,
so-
Julie bought like the last two collections before
Yeah.
this last one, so.
Right. Amanda Lynn 94782. Thank you so much for your first purchase with Figment Guy pins.
Oh, how big is your collection that
Welcome
you
to the
don't?
Figment family.
Welcome to Figment family. Sorry. Somebody asked, how big is your collection aside from Figment? I think about 10 pins besides Figment. And people are going to be like, 10 pins besides Figment. Yeah, I only collect Figment, Dreamfinder, Journey into Imagination. If it's not that, oh, we had 2 minutes left. You know what?
Oh, field trip.
Field trip. So if you're new here, hello, I am Rich. They call me the Figment Guy. There's a reason they call me the Figment Guy. About 7 years ago, we moved down here. I had about 40 Figment pins. Don't look in the background. You can't see that. I had about 40 Figment pins. I told Julie I had this crazy idea. I wanted to complete and have every single solitary Figment pin that there was. I got every single solitary Figment pin that there was. I don't really look for anything besides this. If something new comes out, it goes onto the board. I don't look for anything but Figment. I don't look for anything Dreamfinder. I don't look for anything besides Journey into Imagination. That's all I'm looking for, besides a random pin here and there. So like down here, this is the backlot tour. The only reason I got the backlot tour on there is because I was basically in the dunk tank where they dump all the water on the boat. I got to do that, so saw that and I was like, I kind of want that. Top Dog Pin Trader Award, which is an award they gave out to cast members. I got it originally on the card. I have a couple. Right now I have two Gerald pins. Gerald is a side collection that only has 6 pins. So if you're looking to complete something, Gerald is a nice, easy one there that you could think about completing. I love Lost, my favorite TV show of all time. So I have a couple of Lost pins on there.
You were gifted some pins from.
I was gifted some pins from Germany, yes, and Poland when Isabel went on his trip to Germany and all over Europe over there. But yeah, so Figment is my main, pretty much my only collection. I have every single one of them that is out right now. So until anything else, oh, you saw my Browns. I see Go Ravens because I see the Browns stuff there. But yeah, so this is basically how it works out right now. Is I have it's all Figment. Oh, Julie pulled her board out.
Somebody asked, so
Ooh, let's see what.
Let's show them my board.
We haven't showed Julie's board in a while. Let's see. So there's our fantasy pins. We got some whatnot fantasy pins up top there. Julie collects Wicket Ewoks. Julie loves Ewoks. Becky from it's funny. I collect Gerald. She collects Becky. But there's only one Becky pin in existence. I don't know how that's even possible. That bird only has one pin.
Becky's awesome.
It's the only Becky pin that exists. So you can be Becky complete with one pin.
Yeah.
There's some Wally and Eve on here. There's we stayed at the cabins at Fort Wilderness, so she got that. She loves these Star Wars character, like these Star Wars for some reason.
So cute.
Elephant butts, if you know, you know. Let's go home. It's homeward bound. She looked everywhere for that. Titanic pin, Florida and Ohio Mickey's because we're from both of those states. A whole bunch of fireworks pins. All the castles up to date so far, including that guy.
Yep.
Which I think is like $250 right now for that. JoJo's Circus. The kids loved JoJo's Circus when they were kids. We have Scoop's pin on there. This wedding is dated for the date that we got married. So it has 2003 on there and a couple other pins on there. So
that Wave B castle set that's coming out. Holy cow!
That looks that looks amazing.
I'm in trouble. I'm definitely collecting that.
Yeah, that castle set looks amazing.
Yeah.
I am excited for that. So yeah, that was my collection and Julie's collection. Quick little field trip for you guys.
We actually have a JoJo's Circus pin that we are going to be selling at some
Yes.
point. Because Richard traded.
Is it in the last show?
No, I never packaged it.
Hmm.
Not that I can recall.
Then it.
Well,
Can't remember.
well, maybe we did sell it already.
I can't remember. I don't remember if we had that. It might be on Sunday's show. Shanghai grand opening pins. I love this series. When we moved down here, they actually had a whole bunch of them that they brought over from Shanghai because nobody in Shanghai was buying pins. So they brought them here and we're selling them out of the China pavilion. $30 normally. We're gonna run that at $24. I'm a diehard. Ah, okay. That's like Lion King 2, Lion King 1.5. I know there's like Lion King 1.5 pins. I think there's only like technically one pin for that, which is kind of crazy.
Congrats, B Zane. We are actually from Ohio, Northeast Ohio. So we've lived down here in Florida for 7 years now. But yeah, we born and raised Ohioans.
That's why we're having an event in Ohio next year.
Yes.
So if you're in Ohio, we're Northeast Ohio also.
Yes. So
Yeah.
We're going to be at Great Northern Mall at North Olmsted, Ohio next year. We're going to announce that date very, very soon.
Yes.
But it's going to be July 2026.
$25 for the Rapunzel. We're gonna run that at $20 with the tassels intact.
There we go. Yeah, so we're very excited to.
Crazy that you openly admit we're from Ohio. Ohio is the best. Ohio is the best.
Our two oldest kids are actually currently up there in Ohio visiting my parents. So they're coming back on Monday, and they're bringing my parents down.
I mean, Florida's great if you like it 95 degrees.
Yes.
80% of the year.
If you like hellfire, then
yes.
Hellfire. Congrats.
25 on Cinderella with the tassels intact. We're gonna run that at $20. It is like sitting on the sun. I love it here, and I love the fact that I can go to Disney like a couple times a week, or once a week, or twice a week, or whatever it may be. But that aspect of like having to be out and so hot.
Yeah. We moved to Florida because there was just opportunity for it, and we just kind of wanted to be close to Disney. Jordan Band 59104. Thank you so much for your first purchase with Figment Guy pins.
Welcome to the Figment family. I had a job and I went for giggles. Have you guys ever done this? If you're in upper management, they have you fill out this little thing on the computer that says, "Where are you relocatable to?" Yes. I put one place, Central Florida, Orlando area. I kid you not, after winning 2 CEO awards with the company, they were like, do you want to go to Orlando?
Yeah.
We'll pay for it. And I was like,
yeah.
yes, please.
And we were already pass holders that we would visit, at least once a year if we could. And so it just made sense.
So this is the D23 exclusive gold member pin for 2025. $40 normally. We're gonna run that at 32 bucks. The humidity is crazy here. Yeah, that is a whole thing.
Yeah, our kids are really enjoying the weather up there right now.
They said it's beautiful.
It's
Like
beautiful.
they said even in the shade it gets a little cold, like a
Yeah.
little chilly, and I'm like, oh man, I do miss that.
Right. Congrats, Shine Bright.
The All-Star pin is not going to be until later because that pin was pulled probably around bucket 5, and we're on bucket 2 right now. D23, 15th anniversary of D23. LE of 300, Stitch and Angel, 65 normally. We're going to go ahead and run that at 53 bucks. Humid and 80s here. Huh. I mean,
Yeah.
I would give anything for it to just like have a nice cloudy day. I think that's the biggest problem we have is it's just like not nice and cloudy so that if you go to the parks, there's a nice breeze.
Alyssa Bow, 83932. Thank you so much for your first purchase with Figment Guy pins.
Welcome to the Figment family.
And there's a bunch of fragments here.
I saw that. Somebody asked a good question, Julie. Did we both grow up coming to Disney?
No, we did not. Richard grew up coming to Disney.
As you can tell, I'm the crazy person about Disney.
Disney. He knows a lot about Disney. I actually didn't go to Disney until I was a teenager, and that was with my friends. I was a guest to go with my friends.
Limited edition of 400 Aurora, 65 normally. We're gonna run that at 53. That's the thing is like we would come down, we would travel down here. I don't know if I've ever told this story about when we would come down here. Um, my dad had a buddy that worked for GE. GE sponsored World of Motion, which are Horizons. Sorry, sponsored Horizons. And so when we would come here, we would have free tickets, but we had to pay for everything else.
Congrats, Mr. A to Z.
Congrats. So the buddy would get us free tickets to like come to the parks, and then would get us like one free meal every day. So we could use the meal voucher at any restaurant, and it was amazing what you could eat with that meal voucher. Limited edition of 4,000 Aloha Kaliki Maka, $30 normally. Got Stitch. We're gonna run that for 24 bucks.
My parents were in their 50s when they went to Disney World
For the first time, yeah.
My mom was a little kid when she went to Disneyland, but they had never been to Disney World. So, yeah, they were in their 50s and they fell in love with it too. So it's just the charm.
Julie's dad gave me the ultimate compliment. He says, I never need to go on a VIP tour because you just talk so much about Disney when I'm walking around with you.
Congrats, Sergio. Yeah.
That was that compliment, and then Julie gave me the compliment when we went on the Keys to the Kingdom tour. She's like, they're telling me everything that you've already told me.
If you're talking about our vendor tables, those ones are sold out. So you would have to contact me if you want to go on a wait list. But it's a free event, so there is no registration for
Yep, you just walk around.
Anything.
Ellie of 2000, 30th anniversary of The Lion King. 40 normally, we're going to run that at 32.
Okay, there we go. But yeah, good times. And I see you guys,
we are the same.
a few of you guys made me a little sad when I read that Anaheim is very hot right now. Low humidity, but very hot.
Oh,
Because I've been watching the weather and I thought it was like in the 70s.
was looking pretty good.
Excited about
Yeah.
that. But that's sad that it's in the 90s.
Merida with the
Pierce.
tassels and tack there. So 25 normally. We're going to go ahead and run that at 20 bucks.
There we go.
The D23 finale and the pin trading finale, you don't really have to RSVP for it. Let's just throw that out there. We like you to RSVP for those big events so we know how many people we can expect.
Yeah.
We did that last year and 400 people RSVP'd and 3,000 showed up. So I'm guessing the numbers are not going to be very accurate.
Yeah.
So
Ashley Ross, congrats.
No, we don't sell out. This year's a 33,000 square foot arena.
Yeah.
So it's literally, we're not going to sell out. There's going to be more than enough space for everyone to come and hang out, trade
You can
pins.
trade in the bleacher seats too. So like that's really awesome.
Yeah, we don't sell out whatsoever because the thing is, we'll sell out of vendor tables.
The D23 after finale, that one is going to be on August 31st. And
Hmm.
then the big event after the Disney pin trading event, the 25-year finale, is September 21st. So July 5th is our pin event.
Yes, July 5th is the next pin event.
That's the Figment Guy pin trading Disney pin event. So that is not the same thing.
If you see TikTok and you see Figment Guy, where all the people like Summer and WDW Kevin, if they're saying they went to the Figment Guy event, that's the event that they went to this last time.
Mhm.
Limited edition of 3,000 Stormtrooper. I love this series with the slider on both sides. 25 normally, we're going to run that at 20 bucks.
There we go.
But yeah, so we like at the big event, we literally last year we expected we had 400 people RSVP and then 3,000 people showed up. So that's where like it's okay to RSVP. It's good for to give us an idea, but I don't think it's going to be one of those where like you don't have to do it. You don't
Yes.
have to get tickets to come to the free event. You
No,
just basically need to
very limited.
show up with a good attitude and have fun. That's all we want.
Deb, congrats.
Deb. May the fourth be with you. I love the fact that it's Mando's helmet and Boba Fett's helmet, like a split helmet. Limited release. 25 normally we're on that at 20 bucks. But yeah, so that's a lot of stuff coming down the pipeline. I always say that, but there is like literally I'm working on new stuff every day, I feel like.
Oh, it's still going.
Yes.
It won.
Snuck it at the
Well
last second.
I was starting to write it. There we go. Hamasera, congrats.
I love this. So this Tinkerbell, this is it's like cut out with the dangle, but the dangle's in the guitar. There's a Muppets guitar on Sunday that's just like this one, and I love them so much. 25 normally on Tinkerbell. We're gonna run that at 20 bucks.
There we go.
Are these May 4th pins still hot? I heard you can buy them at Disney's Times Square right now. I mean, if you want to get an airplane ticket and go to New York and go to Times Square and get them, then by all means, go get them. See a Broadway show while you're out there. I heard Cats is good.
It's
Is that
probably not even playing.
is Cats still playing? Can somebody confirm that?
I don't think so.
Trav, congratulations. I I don't know. No, it's not. Okay, Cats is not playing, guys. You can't go see Cats anymore. Mary Poppins, I love this series. Limited edition of 3,000. 35 normally. We're gonna run that at 28 bucks. There was a revival, a Cats revival this summer. Okay.
Upcoming national tour.
National tour. Okay. So there you go. You can see Cats near your hometown.
Ooh, are they still playing Hamilton?
I believe they're playing
That's so
Hamilton.
cool.
Yeah, they swap out.
Congrats, Rude Girl.
There you go.
Our kids know all of the songs from Hamilton. They love Hamilton.
2006 Stitch, and then Topiary Lilo. 35 normally. We're gonna run that at 28 bucks.
I love that. Supposedly Hamilton's quite good.
Supposedly, I don't know. Maybe my kids tell my
Win awards.
my kids tell me it's
I
good, so
know.
I take their word on it.
I was in the room when they were watching the Hamilton like movie of
Hmm.
it, and it sounded good. The music was good.
So
Alfie
like
Ross, congrats.
so if you are gonna go to get these mystery boxes in New York, just you can't see Cats. We figured that one out.
Right.
Limited release. May the fourth be with you. 25 normally we're on that at 20 bucks.
Wow, 10 years on Broadway. That's amazing. I don't keep up on these things. We're like in our own little bubble here in Disney World.
Yeah,
We don't travel too
I'll say this. We do appreciate that excuses, but we don't need tips. We don't need tips. Come hang out, be active in the chat. That's all we want from you guys. We do appreciate that, but not needed whatsoever. Just be active in the chat. I like to talk to you guys. If you can notice, I like talking about pins. I like talking about Disney.
Girl, congrats.
Darth Vader and Luke, 25. I'm going to run that at 20, limited release.
Move to Orlando. You will be in the biggest bubble here.
Yes.
Seriously.
We jokingly said, and we've said this in shows before, all the restaurants that closed in your hometown are still open here in Orlando.
Yeah.
Just so you know, like everything that has closed that you're like, man,
I really want to eat
I
some
really want to eat. I
friendlies.
really want some friendlies.
There's
Uh,
two of them.
there's two of them here.
Yes.
I want Donato's Pizza. It's literally down the road.
Congrats, Deb.
I want to go to Fuddruckers.
Okay,
Yes.
so Richard, I have
California
to tell
Pizza
you,
Kitchen. Yes.
do you want to know how excited and sad at the same time I was?
Oh.
At the airport, they still have On the Border. And I
Oh.
saw it and I'm like, oh my gosh, my favorites. Because they closed the ones that were by us here in
Yeah,
Orlando.
they shut her on the
They shut
borders
them
down.
with no
Yeah.
notice, and I was quite upset. But
There's
yeah,
a f-
they're at the mall.
there's a
They're at
Cal
the Orlando
there's a
Food Court.
California Pizza Kitchen and there's a Fuddruckers by Florida Mall.
Yes.
You got to go to Florida Mall.
Florida Mall.
That's probably about by over by past Universal.
It's like an hour away from where we're at.
Yeah, it's not that bad,
Yeah,
but it's cool
there's
to
a
go.
lot of construction right now.
That mall's really nice. That mall's actually still full of shops.
Lots of
So
business.
that's good news.
Just no Disney store anymore.
Yes.
Which is sad.
Figment Flower and Garden Festival, limited release, normally 30. We're gonna run that at 24 bucks.
24.
Hey Jeff, how's it going, man?
Oop, I gotta put
Hope you're
the
doing
giveaway.
good.
And
Do you
giveaways up and
do you
running.
have the giveaway loaded? You have it loaded today, right?
I have to load it. Where did you put it? That's why I didn't load it, because
Oh, it was
it's
chilling on here.
table, right?
Yeah, it was chilling on the table.
We can
Oh,
find
there it is. I found it. So, guys, the big giveaway, which we should have even talked about it, but since Jeff came in, congratulations! I love Figments. First of many Figments. That's like the first one from that. Jeff, Jeff, you know what I'm talking about. We're giving away the. This is Jeff's fantasy pin. It is Maleficent, and it is sushi,
Sweet.
which is amazing.
That's gonna get given away at the end of the show. So I'm gonna actually load that by
Yes,
itself.
and that's a limited edition of 30. Has Thanos's right pins on there. Jeff is a featured vendor at our pin events. He's a good
Give
guy.
it to me so that
He's
I
a good. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. If you're looking for it, there's Figment in that also. I actually have that on my board. If you're looking for that, he has them.
Are you blushing, Jeff?
Limited edition of 4,000. The Darth Vader. This is like a little stand, so it goes and it pops down. You can actually like stand the pin up, which is kind of cool. Normally 65 bucks. We're gonna run that at 53 for the Darth Vader.
In most cases, collections find us.
Yes.
Since we are well known in the pin community, and we give a fair price, a lot of people reach out to us, instead of us going and trying to find pin lots and stuff.
I still buy stuff on eBay and
That's
stuff like that.
handy.
Like I said, I can't pass up a good deal. Like I'm a good deal person. Like I like that kind of stuff. Splash Mountain 2002. Look at that splash. Mickey, Donald, and Goofy, $50 normally. We're gonna go ahead and run that 40 bucks. Is Ariel coming up?
We had one Ariel already sell.
One Ariel already
That
sold.
was the one with the dangle.
Did you know we have an LE 200 Ariel that's gonna be in next Friday's show?
No, I don't.
LE 200 Ariel.
Are they talking about the Ariel stamp?
Oh, are you talking about the stamp?
Maybe it's a stamp.
If you're talking about the stamp, it's somewhere in here. It got pulled. Somebody asked us to pull the stamp.
Michelle Rudd 47701. Thank you so much for your first purchase with Figment Guy Pin.
Welcome to the Figment family. Limited edition of 4,000 Spring Rides Sorcerer Mickey. Normally 30. We're going to go ahead and run him at 24 bucks. Did you run the Cruise Daisy yet? No, Cruise Daisy has not run yet.
She was pulled after
Donald, yeah.
So she should be coming up pretty soon.
I just emptied bucket number 2 onto the table, so we're into bucket number 3 of 6. You guys pulled 134 pins today.
Congrats.
Alien Encounter pins from way back in the day. I do have Alien Encounter pins in the books behind me. I do have some. I gotta actually show those books one of these days. I think worst case scenario, I need to like incorporate 1 or 2 books into the pictures to give you guys even a couple more options of what to choose. D23, this is the Disneyland D23 pin. That was 25. We're gonna run that at 20 bucks. And there's more of these ones coming up also, because I know people I think almost all of them got pulled from this series. But yeah, so the good news is there's a whole bunch of I love vintage pins. If you guys don't know that, I love vintage pins. New pins are cool too, but vintage pins are awesome. There we go.
Congrats, SoCal girl.
You're like one of the only people that knows what I'm talking about when I say Alien Encounter. I miss Alien Encounter. Like I'm Disney, guys. Like I'm Disney. I love Disney. May the fourth be with you, Stormtrooper. $25. Normally we're running that at $20.
I just put it in the bag with it. That's funny.
You got it.
20,
Yep.
20.
$20. Yes.
20, okay.
Yeah. So Alien Encounter is one of those things. I remember when it was Mission to Mars. Before Alien Encounter, it was Mission to Mars. That's how long I've been going to Disney. I'm an old man, guys. Man down.
Congrats, Michelle Rudd.
Congrats. Julie, this is the pin of the night.
The pin of the night.
Pin of the night. This is the cutest friggin' pin of the night.
Oh, yes. It is.
Limited edition of 3,000. It's a Halloween Winnie the Pooh series. I love it so much. $35 normally. We're going to run that at $28.
There we go.
It is adorable. There's a decent amount of Winnie the Pooh in this show. I didn't realize I put that much Winnie the Pooh. But now I'm like looking and I'm like, oh, Winnie the Pooh. SoCal girl, congratulations. This one's quite cute also. Walt Disney World. The whole gang's there. Normally 25. We're gonna run that at $20. Apparently Winnie the Pooh can drive a car. Didn't know that. Do you have any Goofy? Goofy was pulled for the show tonight. Yes, there is Goofy coming up down the pipeline.
All right.
Like sitting right in front of me right now, I've got Star Wars, I got Stitch, I got more Winnie the Pooh, I got Aurora, I got Tiana coming, I got a whole bunch of stuff. Disneyland Paris, Stormtrooper Christmas, $20. Normally we're gonna run that at $16. Our shows are probably about 3 hours long. With what you guys pulled today, there's a good chance we can really go ahead and get that. Get through everything that you guys pulled, plus the stuff that didn't get run today or chosen to be run. We can go ahead and pull that. There we go. Rude girl. Disneyland exclusive Top Hat treats, gummy hats with Donald. Cute series. This was a Magic Key, which is the Disneyland pass holder. $30 normally. We're gonna run that at $24.
There we go.
Crush. Must not bid. Must not bid. I don't need to bid. I wish it did. It does not. It smells like metal. Jeff, we're so excited. When do you get in, Jeff? Congrats, Princess K. Wednesday night. Okay, we get in Thursday morning. We're going to Disneyland on Thursday. But we have Hopper, so we can literally jump around wherever we want to go.
The Hidden Disney Castles was my collection. We were just showing it off.
We booked what did we book? Blue Bayou? We booked Blue Bayou on Friday.
Thursday.
Or Thursday.
It's
Thursday,
We'll
yes.
get in there.
That was one that you guys had suggested to us, and we were like, okay, I looked at the menu. I'm like, that sounds good.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Limited release. This is number 4 of 12. Owl and Winnie the Pooh, 50. Normally, we're gonna run that at $40. That's $5 above retail.
There we go.
$5 above retail. Well, it's me, Julie, and we have Evelyn going with us. Yeah, Earl's Sandwich is the place to go to. We could probably talk Evelyn into Earl's Sandwich at some point.
Especially since they have soups. She loves soups.
Oh, yeah.
Congrats, Eva.
Eva, great grab. Oh, okay. This was a D23 box set, 3-pin set. Stitch is a limited edition of 250, $60. I'm going to run this LE 250 Stitch from D23 for 53 bucks.
53. Saw Wayne Brady at Revival One.
Huh.
That's cool.
Like I said, I'm excited. I'm really excited for it. The if you guys don't know, we talked a little bit about it. We got the Costco deal.
Yeah.
Somebody helped us get the Costco deal, and a lot of you reached out,
Thanks to
and you guys are awesome.
Go to Disney Now. Thank you so much.
Yes.
That was actually who got it. You should go to
That's
Disney Now,
yeah, that's who hooked us
yeah,
up. Go to Disney Now. SoCal Girl, congratulations on that one. They hooked us up on it. So here, I'm going to talk about this for a second.
Okay.
So it was.
Yes, we will have our Figment Guy fantasy pins.
We will have the Figment Guy fantasy pins, and I'm going to take a picture in front of their tiny little castle. That you can, if you come find me, you will get a Figment fantasy pin.
Yeah.
It was 3 tickets, 3 days worth of tickets. Park Hopper added on to it. The multi-pass lightning lane, which is where you have to book the lightning lanes. Once you get in, you can book it. Once you use it, you can go ahead and book your next one, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
That, and then it was a $30, what is it called? A $30 dining card, like
each
gift
got
card.
one.
So we have $90 worth of dining cards for free. But it was 450. So when I added up the price, it was like 610 with the dining added on, the $30 dining added onto it. That deal was amazing.
Yeah.
So thank you again. Go to Disney Now.
Yes.
Hooked us up. But there's multiple of you guys that were like, "Hey, I'll get it." She ran out and grabbed it because they said you could buy 20 of them, and they were selling out quick.
Yeah, she said they were selling out quick, so she went and grabbed them same day. It was amazing. So we're very appreciative of that. And yes, we will have our fantasy Figment Guy pins every single day that we're there at the parks and at the event. We'll have them there for you guys. Our daughter's already like Evelyn, our daughter, is going to be with us. She's 14, almost 15. And she's like, this is going to be such a long day if you guys have to keep getting stopped to give pins. She's like, please don't talk to everybody. And I'm like, oh.
The problem is we talk to everybody.
Yeah. So don't be ashamed. Come on up to us. We're going to have the pins and we're definitely
So
going to hand them out to you guys.
Jeff is asking, are you guys going to Disneyland on Thursday? I'm debating going on Friday too. We're going all 3 days.
Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
I'm not going. I'm bringing 0 pins to trade. I'm bringing pins for the board.
Yeah.
I am not going to be trading pins at Disneyland. There's too much luggage. There's no possible way. We're going to Disneyland. We're gonna enjoy Disneyland. We're staying at the Disneyland Hotel.
Our Blue Bayou reservation's at 5:40, so you can meet us around there if you want to pin at that point.
5:40 Blue Bayou on
5:40
Thursday.
the 5th,
Yes.
Blue Bayou. So there's your hint of where we'll be at that point.
So yeah. I didn't mean to flip it back to me, but there we go.
Thank you, Laura.
Love your hair, Julie.
We are gonna stay at the Disneyland Resort.
Yeah, Disneyland Resort. We're
That's
staying
where
at.
the event is, and I thought it would be easier having it there.
The Sleeping Beauty book set, limited release, $30 normally. We're gonna run that at 24 bucks.
And what's really nice is yesterday in the mail we got a 70th anniversary like thing from Disneyland, and it said you could save 20%, was it? I think it was, off of your room stays. So I went on and I adjusted our room stay and I got $200
off. Yeah, I was excited about that.
Was really cool.
I handed it to Julie. I'm like, check it out. You might as well.
Keep our
Congrats, Dodger Mom.
type. It was just a matter.
Julie, they want to know, did you get your hair done?
No, I just straightened it today. That's all.
Yeah, she straightened her hair today.
If I don't straighten it, it's like curly in most places.
I think it looks adorable. But that's just me. I no, I didn't get I have to go get a haircut probably tomorrow. But I'm wearing my new Roosevelts, which I will have at Disneyland. Look at the beautiful Kermit Roosevelt, and I got my Muppet hat on. Next, it's just the Prince limited release, $30 normally. We're gonna run that at 24 from that same series. So
yeah, for the Walt Disney World event in September, pickup day is going to be Friday. So you can go to the parks Thursday when you get there. You can go Friday because all that is picking up your RSPs, and then again,
that's what we're gonna do at Disneyland.
Again, if you want to trade, with guests, then you can stay and trade. Otherwise, it's just kind of like, go about your business. Congrats, son Steve. And
Tiana with her tassels on there. $25 normally for Tiana. We're gonna run that at 20 bucks. But yeah, so Disneyland, we're gonna pick up our pins on Friday, but we can't pick up our pins till like 2 o'clock.
yes,
So
not ships to Australia. Yes.
yes, we do. I am literally going to go to Disneyland in the morning on Friday. Like that's gonna happen.
That was very strange. But M. Coben, thank you for your first purchase with Figment Guy pins.
I don't
Even
think
though I know
that's
that's a
I don't think
lie.
that's right. I don't think that's right. We're
So
not
is I.
we're not doing it over because M. Copen has bought from us many, many times. That is not their first purchase.
I know. It told me it was.
Hong Kong, Piglet. I love this series. Really cute. 25 normally we're gonna run that at 20 bucks.
We are upset though that Matterhorn's not going to be open while we're there.
But
Because
Space
Evelyn loved Matterhorn.
but Space Mountain's open and it wasn't open last time.
Oh, early entry.
We do get early entry into the park.
I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
So we're gonna
That's
do
a good
yeah,
perk.
we're gonna do early entry and oh, here comes I gotta show this one.
Pink Night Parade. That sounds nice. And Coben, congrats.
Then there's this one, Julie.
Yep, there she is. Oh, you need to do math though, don't you?
I need to do math.
100 times-
$960.
Great. You should just let me do the math. 960.
960.
All right, so she was pulled 20% off. There's her 960. Um, that is, oh gosh, no, I need to go back up. Oh, Becca, you said that. So Becca, when we went last year, Space Mountain was closed at Disneyland, so we didn't get to ride it. So we're really excited to get to ride that this time.
Yes.
So that's cool. But yeah, she's upset Matterhorn's going to be closed.
Band concert Mickey. Limited edition of 750. Sad trombone. Nobody bid on it. It's okay. It's okay. It's gonna go in the trade books.
Yep, it will go to the pin.
LE 750, 25 normally we're gonna run that at 20 bucks. I'm gonna trade Ariel for a ton of pins.
Ride Radiator Springs at night.
Oh, we did it during the day the last time. So
fun. We had a good time.
you've never heard the sad trombone before. T Sarge, I think all the shows you've been here, we've sold out of everything. So we haven't had to. You only hear the sad trombone if the pin doesn't sell. It's fine.
All right, Dodger Mom was the Aurora and Philip pin ran.
If it was the one that was the book, that was already run, yes. Look at this one. The ducklings are Dalmatians. Oh. $35 normally, and we are gonna run that for 28 bucks.
28. So why are the stamps so expensive, Richard?
Stamps are so expensive. It is a limited edition of 200, which means there's 250. There's only 250 that are in existence.
Yeah.
So when there's only 250 that are in existence, they've all settled into collections. So if you're trying to find it, it's very hard. Supply and demand is a crazy, crazy thing. Gee Willie, good grab. Next, spinner. And it has all the different parks from around the world for Walt Disney World. Elia 500 on that one. 30 normally, we're going to run that at 24. And it's Ariel. So that's the other thing. It's Ariel. Ariel, Stitch, Maleficent are kind of in Figment. They're in their own league when it comes to pins. They're very highly sought after. Did you see the new Little Mermaid show? Not yet.
Danielle Beck, congrats and thank you for your first purchase with Figment Guy pins.
Welcome to the Figment family. I didn't get to see it because when I went to go to Hollywood Studios, I went to go book to go to Hollywood Studios, and it told me you can't go to Hollywood Studios. It was
full.
It's full at that point. Yeah. Like so, I couldn't pick it as a park. So I was like, I wore my Muppets shirt, I wore my Muppets hat, and I'm like, and I legitimately had to go to Animal Kingdom. So I'm literally doing a video. The next video that I'm posting tomorrow is me trading at Animal Kingdom, and I'm like, what park? I'm wearing my Muppet shirt. I'm wearing my Muppets hat. What park am I at? And I'm like, Animal Kingdom. I went to Animal Kingdom. I love this pin, and if you don't open it up, you don't see the beautiness that's inside. This pin is gorgeous. 2007, $30 normally. We're gonna run that at $24.
Can you answer what the differences are between LR and LE pin?
Limited edition is there's a certain amount. So LE 250, limited edition 250, there's only 250 pins. Limited release, it's only out for a short period of time. So limited release, time, limited edition, the amount of pins that there are for each one. I love this pin so much, Level. Great grab. Limited release, Baymax Christmas sweater. Love it. $25. We're gonna run that at $20.
$20. There we go. I put up another giveaway for you since we just hit 60 auctions.
The stamps are Disney Employee Center. So those are DEC pins. You'll hear the abbreviation DEC. That's Disney Employee Center pins. Yeah, the sweaters are adorable.
Congrats, Leah.
They should actually make that sweater. That's the funny thing. Every time we say that, we're like, they should actually make that sweater. I mean, if it gets cold at night, I thought about wearing my Figment Christmas pullover. Like that would be the thing that I take if it gets cold at night at Disneyland.
Good idea.
Disneyland, the Fantasy Parades, Mr. Toad. We love Mr. Toad. Ellie of 2,500. I can't wait to. I'm gonna film Julie's reaction to Mr. Toad the entire ride. I'm gonna sit next to her and film the entire reaction to Mr. Toad. $40 normally. We're gonna run that for $32. There is not a Figment stamp pin. There is a Fantasy Figment stamp pin, and I have that on my board, and a Fantasy Figment stamp pin with him in the Christmas sweater also, which is really cool.
Okay, Mr. A to Z. Got a fragment here, Richard.
Got that. Limited edition of 1,000 Disney Cruise Line Valentine's Day pin. No, I almost said Nori. Nemo and Dory. Nori. $30. We're gonna run that $24. Nori's my favorite. But yeah, I'm excited. Disneyland's gonna be so much fun. We had such a good time the last time. I always used to jokingly say that Walt Disney World is greater than Disneyland. I don't jokingly say it now because I love both parks equally because they are different and they're good in their own ways.
So put an equal sign in between.
Equals
Yes.
Disneyland.
They both have like
There's things I hate about both of them, and there's things I love about both of them, but they're both amazing. Disney Cruise Line, porthole, pin on pin, 25 for Chippendale. We're gonna run that at $20.
Do you have somewhere specific that you get fantasy pins from?
I really don't do fantasy pins.
A lot of the ones that he has on his boards were either given to him or he did purchase because somebody posted it in our Facebook group and it just caught his eye. So he doesn't buy every fantasy pin of Figment, but he'll buy the ones that he likes.
Yes, or if somebody gifts me a fantasy pin like of Figment, I will go ahead and put it on the board. The other one that Thanos did was the big dragon one. That one was really cool with that. I was like, okay, I love that pin. I need that in my life. Kermit the Frog. Oh, PTD, Pin Trader's Delight. Kermit the Frog, LE 300, normally 100. We're gonna run them at $80. Let's go.
So a fantasy pin just means that it's a fan created pin. So
Yes.
it's not something that's officially licensed. You're not going to find it in stores typically. We have some vendors that come to our pin events that they create fantasy pins. So you'll find them there.
Link Cat, great grab on that.
You can trade for it or you can purchase it, but they're not pins that you trade on boards at Disney.
Limited edition of 150 Gigantor Cats pin. This is an officially licensed pin from Pink Owl Mode. That's another thing we talk about. What are officially licensed pins? So it's kind of like a fantasy pin, but they have the rights to make the pins. Limited edition of 150. It's 150 bucks. We're gonna take 30 bucks off, so we're gonna run it at 120 for this pin.
Yes.
And this was actually officially released at our pin event last year.
That we hosted with that we hope. Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, what Thanos just said, there is, don't make the mistake. Scrapper pins are not fantasy pins, and that's very true.
Yes. Anybody tells you that scrapper pins are fantasy pins, or if somebody's trying to sell pins that are saying that they're tradable,
Congrats, Deb.
they're not allowed to be sold on Whatnot. They're not allowed to be sold on eBay. They're not allowed to be sold anywhere. So don't fall for that stuff. Tradable pins does not equal real. Look at this Darkwing Duck.
Yes.
I saw him and I'm like, okay, I love that Darkwing Duck. 25 normally, we're gonna run him at $20.
Yeah, no, those pins were really awesome. They did a great job
It
on
sold out.
that.
It was sold, like Jeff said, it sold out super quick, and it was just one of those where, just went like that.
Trev, congrats, you got the giveaway.
There we go. Pierce jumping in there.
Pierce finally buying
Got a Darkwing Duck.
from us.
It's a Christmas miracle. Minnie Mouse, this is that flower series that we've had a couple of. Palm makes really nice big pins. I will say Palm does make a very nice pin. $20 normally. We're gonna run that, or 25. We're gonna run it at 20. Have you guys seen the pins that are being released at the D23 after event that we're running with GoPin Pro? And have you seen the pins that they're releasing at the? They're gorgeous, guys, and they're huge.
Gorgeous.
They're saying, was it? I think they said they're trying to shoot for $35, which is a steal. I think they're LE. I think they're going to be, I'm not sure what the LE size is, but they're saying 35 on those. 2-pin set from Disneyland Paris. Where do you see Miko and Percy pins like this? $30 normally. We're going to run that at $24. I think they said they're LE 300. Okay. But those pins are gorgeous. It'll be just like last year, where the line will be, I'll have to guide the line in. Come on, guys, follow me. Follow me. Here we go.
Hannah Sarah, congrats.
Congratulations. Limited edition of 700 from Disneyland Paris. Maleficent and Aurora.
Such a pretty pin.
It's a gorgeous pin. 65 normally. We're going to run that at 53. Let's go.
Got a fragment
Ooh,
here.
I just saw that.
So remember, if you hit any one of our tiers, you have a little, I think it's a square. It might be a circle up at the top of your screen. Click on that. There's a coupon in there for you. Make sure you redeem the coupon before you make a purchase.
And we're in bucket 4. So bucket 4 of 6 we are in right now. So just so you guys know. We're giving away that fantasy pin from Thanos, the Maleficent. Congratulations, Ham Sarah. Got that.
We had Circle City Castle pins from the Facebook. Did you happen to run those yet?
The Facebook.
I don't think we've run any castle pins yet that I can remember seeing. So they might be in one of the later buckets.
Limited edition of 2,500. This is the Fairy Tale series, a contender for pin series of the year. This series is amazing. Contender for pin series of the year. $50. We're gonna run that for $40.
So the only way to redeem one of the tiers is if you actually hit the tier. So currently right now, Janice 99, you're not hit a tier just yet. So give it some time, you'll hit a tier. Then you'll have a little button at the top you'll be able to hit and then redeem that coupon.
Your favorite day is Tuesday. You know what, Jeff? I love Tuesdays so much. Like they're my favorite of all. Oh. Beauty and the Beast, Kelsey. I actually have that entire series, including the Steamboat Willie that was only on
It's been great.
Ursula, and then the Scrump is Little Mermaid, which is great. But let me finish my thought. The what is it called? The Fairy Tales pins. I have the whole set on Sunday, so the whole set will be available to choose on Sunday's show. 35 normally. We're gonna run this at $28 for this mini jumbo gorgeous pin.
Yes, Alexis, since we are currently about to transfer over to the next what do you call that?
Season
Of
is what they call it. Yeah.
June 2nd is the next crossover for us to everyone reloads. You'll have until June 7th to spend that coupon or any coupons from the tiers. So just keep that in mind.
Julie.
KK Disney Girls, congrats.
Congrats. WIS Kristen asked, did we run the up pin yet? They fell asleep beginning of the show.
Ooh, it's in his hand.
That's friggin' weird.
It's in his hand.
That's friggin' weird. I had that literally. That was the next pin I'm a ninja. limited edition of 3,000, $45 for the anniversary pin. We're gonna run that at $36. That it was literally standing. It was in my hand, and I was just like, Julie, look at it. It's literally. Then we've got Sunday's a whole nother show with all new pins.
Yep.
That's what we do here at Figment Guy Pins. We don't show you the same pins every time. We show you new pins every single solitary time.
Who's Kristen? Congrats.
You might see a pin here and there. I will be honest. I went trade heavy on those fairy tale pins because they're gorgeous.
Yeah.
So you might see those in shows here, there, and everywhere. Limited edition of 300. Look at this pin. Monstro, Pinocchio, Geppetto, 85 normally. We're going to run that at $69. WDI pins are the best pins. You can't convince me. Paris pins are nice, but WDI pins, they are the best.
And now, according to the Disneyland rules, it sounds like we might not have any opportunities for that.
It's fine.
Little crybaby Amy, thank you so much, and for your first purchase with Figment Guy Pins.
Welcome to the Figment family. Jeff, I love auctions pins just as much, but look at that. Like, look at that. Come on. That's gorgeous. Pocahontas with the tassels still attached. 25 normally. We're running that at $20. Let's go. $20 all day long. Wait, what rules? Well, that's not rules. She's talking about the package tiers.
Yeah, not rules.
Yeah. The package tiers basically what's the higher tier package is going to have limited edition pins, and the lower tier package is supposedly not.
B&L Pins, thank you so much for the raid.
Hope you guys had a great show. Thanks for popping in. We're just doing 20% discount on what everyone pulled.
T Sarge, congrats.
Look at that Mickey. Disney shopping limited edition of 250. 85 normally. We're gonna run him at $69. Thank you again for the raid. We appreciate that.
Yes.
Any Hercules today?
There is a Hercules pin. Hercules and oh no, I was pricing that.
No, that was the
Yeah,
that's the pin we just got.
I was pricing that today, so that's not in today's show.
Oh, so sad.
But we do have a pre-production pin coming down the line.
Yes.
It's from gosh, what is it called?
Artland.
Artland, yes.
Yeah, it's a really
And
cool
gorgeous.
Artland one. Grand opening of Shanghai. 25 on Tinkerbell. We're gonna run that at $20. I'm gonna create like a little stand over here that's gonna be called the reject pile. And so if pins get picked and they don't actually get bought, I'm gonna have the reject pile, and it's gonna sit right over there.
Congrats, Eva Cobb.
Eva, congratulations. Same series, Tigger, 25 normally. We're gonna go ahead and do $20 on that. That's called the trade with Thanos pile. That is technically what will happen with some of that stuff.
The high dollar pile.
Yes. Me and Jeff, we love to swap inventory. So see Jeff's pins here on Figment Guy Pins in a month.
They're from Brooklyn.
Congrats. Hong Kong Disneyland, Rue. We had a Piglet earlier from this same series. $20 on that.
Adorable.
But we're in bucket 4 right now, just so you guys know. And we have 6 buckets total that you guys pulled of pins today, including somebody kept asking me about the Nurses Day pin. And so I was like, I got to put it in the next show.
Princess
So
Day.
I sought out the Nurses Day pin and I found it and threw it into that next show.
Yeah.
Tigger from that same series, 25 normally. We're going to run that at $20.
There we go. This for do that one.
I was going to say, I think that's because we have a lot of pins pulled today.
Okay.
I think that's the congratulations, Danielle. Daisy from the cruise line. That outfit she's wearing is adorable. 25. We're gonna run that at $20.
$20.
And now I'm in pin jail.
There we go.
Nurses Day pins coming up in 7 pins. Yeah, Nurses Day from this year pin is coming up in 7 pins. I put it in today's show because somebody had been asking about it, so I want to make sure I actually had it out there.
Nario Late 527. Thank you so much for your first purchase with Figment Guy pins.
Welcome to the Figment family. Next, Inkwells of Evil. Ursula, limited edition of 4,000. $30 normally. We're going to run that at 24 bucks.
There we go.
Like Jeff said, pin jail is just a state of mind. Set your mind free. It is so underrated, Jeff. Like this, I love this series so much. Like it is such a good series. And when they're all together, people are gonna be like, "Man, I wish I would have gotten those early ones." Like they're gonna get into this set way too late.
Congrats, La Laura.
I like that. Pin jail is a figment of your imagination. The mini flower series again. Ellie of 2030. Normally, we're gonna run that at 24 bucks. Any tips for trading at an event with other traders for a first timer? Figure out what type of trader they are. Some might just be selling. Some might just be, so you don't want to look at pins and get all like into it and then you find out that they're only selling. Know your values on your pins. Understand that if you pull $100 pin from someone, you're not going to be able to trade pin for pin unless you have $100 pins. But even if you have $100 pins, they might not be interested in what they might like their $100 pin more than they like your $100 pin.
Make me. Congrats.
That's something along those lines, I think. Figment, and I love this one because he's got the rainbow cake there. This is a 2 pin series from Festival of the Arts. Limited release. We're gonna go ahead and run that at 24 bucks.
There we go.
Not everyone will trade down for smaller pins. Yes, that's very true also. I break down bigger stuff for smaller pins. So like if you wanted, I'm one of the few people that you can trade $1,000 pin and get a decent amount at that point.
Congrats, Andrew.
There we go. Limited edition of 3,000. It's a small world. 1971. $35 normally. We're gonna go ahead and run that at 28 bucks.
And there it goes. What's the best website to understand your pin value?
Pin value would be, I mean, this is the problem. There's a big eBay sold is one of the better ways, but the problem is eBay is a dying thing. And somebody has manipulated prices on eBay. Let's be honest, 100%. So I don't know what has happened on there.
It got stuck.
It got stuck.
Jacob She 09499. Thank you so much for your first purchase with Figment Guy pins.
Welcome to the Figment family. Let's be honest. The I'm flipping for here for a second. So the Disneyland D pins about a month ago were 15 to 25 to $30 pins. They're like $100 now. They basically found out that people were manipulating the systems to put in a best offer of $1 that was accepted by some generic account. It's not supply and demand on that when somebody's manipulating eBay prices and people are using that as set prices. That's not supply and demand. Me starting something at $1 and it gets bid up to $50, people bid that up to $50. That's what it sold for. That's what it was worth to the person who bought it. eBay, somebody manipulating the prices, that's kind of crazy, and that's the fact that that actually happened is mind-boggling to me. Especially when people then go back and look at older trades and they're like, oh well, this pin's worth $100 now, I want my pin back. That's not how this works. When you traded, the values were there and that was it. Like you're looking at what's false information at that point. Like that's false information. Jeff and me were talking about this the other day, back in chat. We were like it's completely, you're taking fake information and turning it into something to benefit yourself. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. So, sir, for someone to get upset about a trade that happened a month ago and to do like it makes no sense. That makes zero sense whatsoever, especially when it's been proven that it's false. So that's the tough side about that because we use WorthPoint, but worth point can be manipulated to a point too if you're in it to do that. That is a
Well, worst
problem.
point's only going to show you what
What
it's
it's sold
sold. So
for.
it's just they're compilating like all of the
Hmm.
actual data. So yeah.
I mean, the Mali D might not be worth $100. It might be worth $100 to somebody if they want to trade at that value, but it might not be worth that. I saw somebody, and I'll be honest, when I see somebody that has 800 Winnie the Pooh Ds, that seems like somebody who would want to control the market on something like that. That's kind of sketchy as heck, you know. Just gonna throw that one out there, but that's my 2 cents. $25 or not limited edition from 2006. The wedding pin. I love the wedding pins. 25. We're gonna run that at $20. But yeah,
Hmm.
it's hard right now because people use this. I'll go onto eBay tomorrow, and pins that we sold in our show will be repriced with the prices we sold them for. That is a thing that happens also. Pin picks. Hey Molly, how's it going?
Congrats, pinning lawyers.
Congrats.
You guys have 10 seconds to get in on the giveaway before it runs. Get in there.
So $35 normally, limited edition of 2000. $28.
We're doing good.
Really good,
Yeah.
Molly.
Hope you are too. Getting excited.
Hey,
We're
we're
going to Disneyland soon. Sarah does Disney. Congrats, you got the giveaway.
Disneyland very soon.
Yes.
There you go.
Congrats to La Wayne.
The $15 should show up on your purchases, right?
Um, I mean, you should get an email from Whatnot for every purchase that you've made, and it should break it down for you.
It should do the breakdown. Like somebody asked, how come I was charged X amount of dollars but forgot about tax and shipping?
Right.
So don't forget, tax and shipping will be charged to you also on that.
Right.
Limited release. This is the Nurse's Day pin, $35 normally. We're gonna run that at $28. But yeah, I mean, this is the thing. Prices are this. It's a roller coaster. So it's hard to say what something is today. Tomorrow, it could be a little bit less. Somebody may need to get rid of their collection and needs money. So then all of a sudden, stuff goes on eBay for dirt cheap. And you're like, what happened? It sold for $100 for 2 years, and now it's sold for 50.
Ray Naomi, congrats.
There you go. Next, Yacht Club, Donald. Is 35 normally on Donald. We're going to run him at $28.
28, there you go.
Also, on the flip side, people also need to remember these are collectibles. They are collectibles. Vintage things, if you had trading cards from, the 70s, what are they worth now? You depends. Depends
Yeah.
on the player. It depends on the character. You know, if you have Stitch pins, you're probably doing pretty well. you know, Depends on what it is.
La Wayne, congrats.
Congratulations on that. Edna Mode from that same series for the contemporary. She's Ellie of 2035. Normally, we're going to run that at $28. I mean, vintage Pokemon cards. If you guys collect trading cards or Pokemon cards, you understand how collectibles work because those categories have shot up ridiculous. I've just been tracking that kind of stuff. And then look at Nikes. Like Nike shoes, like it is shot up ridiculous.
Congrats, Jordan Van.
Congrats.
To get into our giveaways, you do have to be on a mobile device, and you have to have a U.S. address. And Whatnot requires that you have payments set up and your address set up. You won't get charged if you win a giveaway, but they still require it. It's part of their rules. So
Yeah, Spooky, I agree with you on that. 100% on that one. Limited release, it is number 5 of 12, 55. Normally, we're going to run that at $45 for the Winnie the Pooh series. Cute series. I can't wait to see when this whole thing's put together.
when somebody finally
Yeah,
puts the frame
puts the whole
together,
thing together.
yeah,
Bonus points for whoever puts it together first.
Mhm.
Any tips for getting pins on websites and they drop on Tuesday? I don't even try anymore. I don't have bots. I trade for the stuff at our pin events.
See, Denise, congrats.
You guys are going to see the Windows of Attractions pin on Sunday, and it's the Space Mountain. I traded for it at our pin event. Like, I don't even try for pins anymore. I don't want to be disappointed. So why when I can just go and get it?
I don't believe so, Tina. I think that what we have is what we were running
I
today.
don't have any of the villain from Mulan in tonight's show. No.
Well, Tina's asking about the earlier series.
I
of
know.
the way that
Stacy
we-
was sorry. I was answering someone else. Sorry. Sorry.
No, I'm just asking because I think that's all we have,
I
right?
think that's all we have right now. Limited edition of 300 pink a la mode. Make it pink, make it blue. Aurora dress. 75 normally. We're gonna run that at 61 bucks. It's complicated to say. People think that there are people using like a computer program to get them in the front of the line. And I don't. I can't say one way or another. Um, I just don't even try buying from Shop Disney anymore.
Cam did, Dad. The one time that I went on there like a month or so
Yep.
ago, I actually never signed into my account. I
Mhm.
just outright purchased it with no discounts and I got it immediately.
Yeah, you gotta
I
not
don't know if
worry.
that's the trick.
Don't worry about discounts. Don't worry about putting in pay for shipping.
Yeah.
Just be done with it and get through it
And
as fast as
I
humanly
think that
possible.
that might be the trick in some cases.
Pre
Um,
sign in, Sarah does Disney. Yeah,
See,
that
I
kind of stuff.
pre-signed in also, and it didn't work for me. It still made me try to put my password in right at the end, and then I lost it, whatever it was. So, but when I did it without signing in, without any discounts, that's when I seemed to get it.
Look at this beautiful boy, Julie. Limited edition of 500. $250 normally. We're gonna run it 20% discount. It's 200 bucks. So we're gonna be running it. And that's the thing is with so many people on it, it's crashing too.
Yeah,
Like
that's true.
I have legitimately not even tried the last 3 weeks to get any pins from Shop Disney.
Yeah.
It's not even worth it.
That's a good idea, Tina. Putting in all of your put in
Collector
other
Kyle.
items so that you get your free shipping already.
Great grab on that Collector Kyle. You got a great deal on that. One straggler Hannah Montana pin.
Yes, Julie forgot that this was Hannah Montana.
Julie thought it
And
was a butterfly.
everybody was circling it.
Julie thought it was
So
a
it was.
butterfly pin.
So it
So
got separated.
this is the last.
That was my fault.
Through $30 normally. We're gonna run that at 24 bucks. But that's the thing is like I don't know how that works because I don't have any bots. I think people use bots for the WDI drops. Like, why are people getting 4 sets of WDI drops from different people?
Mhm.
Like, how are they getting 4 sets, 2 sets when people
Catfish.
can't even get a good number? Do good today. Hop to it. First release Kermit the Frog from 2010. $30 normally. We're gonna run that at 24 bucks. No boards tonight. Boards are going to be on Tuesday because you guys pulled 134 pins from us today. So we're going to work on that, and then once we get the 134 done, we're going to show the stuff that you did not select.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, Julie. The stuff that they didn't select, I'm going to run at a 25% discount, and we're just going to run it. Does that sound good?
Congrats, Jen. And then don't forget, Tuesday will be our last show for next week
Mhm.
because we will be out of town for Friday's show. And then Sunday we fly back in. I have to look and see what time we actually arrive here. If anything, we might have a late show to have some nifty 50s. If not, it'll get pushed back a little bit. But
Glow in the dark Figment limited edition Yeehaw Fig, limited edition of 5,000. 35 normally. We're gonna run him at 28 bucks. But yeah, so like I said, I have stopped trying for Shop Disney releases. It's not worth my time and hassle, and I'm usually at work when it happens, and I get myself so stressed out at work that I'm on my phone trying to like take my break while I'm trying to get on there at the same time. It is not worth it.
Tina Con, congrats.
Congratulations. Halfway Wizard, you get 3.
With Nifty 50s is actually the name of the
Oh,
pin event that we're going to in Disney.
yeah, so we're going to the Disney Pin event next week. We'll be there next Thursday, basically. 40th anniversary of Epcot. Figment, nice little like stained glass type of look in there. 25 normally, we're gonna run that at 20 bucks. Like I said, I have a Figment collection, so I'm showing a little bit of that Figment collection in every show. So you're gonna see a little bit of Figment in every single solitary show. Disney Channel was the very first things we ran this when we started the show.
Cam Diz Dad, congrats.
There you go. Next, undiscovered what is that? It's bad. I gotta tilt my glasses. Undiscovered Future World. Okay, Undiscovered Future World. Figment, 25 normally. We're gonna run him at $20. Somebody's like, I gotta stop collecting Figment with Spaceship Earth. I have too many. I'm like, I could see that. That would be definitely be a thing. The Kevin Jonas pin did sell. Hearts were broken today. Somebody mentioned about the All Star pin that's coming up in about 7 or 8 pins.
Mr. A to Z, congrats.
There you go. When you buy pins at the park, is there a way that you know that the pin may be worth something if they sell out quick? That's kind of how you have to gauge your pricing. We don't go to the parks to get pins either, guys. That's the craziness about it. I don't really sometimes, but like I work on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Like I am not off on Tuesdays. I go to an actual job. Twilight Zone Tower, limited edition of 2000, $30 normally. We're gonna run that at $24. Julie went to what was it? Julie went to Epcot.
Yeah.
After they dropped the kids off at the airport, and what happens? They're sold out.
Pin was already sold
Dining
out.
pin was sold out already.
And that was
So
around 1:30 in the afternoon.
so that's gonna give it more value because it's the dining pin.
Yeah.
What is your real job? Oh, that's a good
Band.
that's a good question. I work in retail. I was a store manager for a very long time. Yeah, pin drops have gotten ridiculous.
Yep.
I don't you can get me to a park on Tuesday morning. Like unless there's one. I want the beaches and cream pin. I might actually put that on my own board for when that comes out. Limited edition of 300 Marie, 65 normally. We're going to run that at $53. Yes, I work in retail. Casey Jr. one looks kind of cool. Like, I mean, all the dining pins are kind of cool. I was asking for dining pins, so I should have probably just tried to collect them all, but they went insane very quick. Sci-fi too. Yeah, the sci-fi one's gonna be a good one also.
Yeah. All right, Rude Girl.
Congrats, Rude Girl. There you go. Another of the character gift boxes. We had a Little Mermaid earlier. This is Baymax, Big Hero 6. He attaches there. LE of 2,250, 35 normally. We're gonna run that at $28. Do we know which month Be Our Guest will drop? Have not a clue.
I think they were going in order of how it was pictured at the.
I think they've stuck pretty close to it, yeah.
But I don't have that picture anymore, so I'm not 100% sure.
I'm thinking November.
Naja, congrats.
Definitely could. It definitely could be. Oh, that was 100. Oh, our number 100 giveaway, the Thanos is Right fantasy pin, Maleficent Dragon Sushi. Beautiful pin. Get in there. This is open to everyone, right?
It's open to all
US addresses.
Yeah, all
so
US addresses.
that is, we're going to pop that right back there. That is the giveaway. And then next, D23. This is the Shanghai one. Or no, this is Shanghai. This is Hong Kong. Sully, Boo, Baymax, and Duffy. 25 normally. We're going to run it. It could be Tokyo. It's Tokyo. Thank you. It is Tokyo. Thank you. Because it's got the
20.
dragon. $20 on that. The volcano for Disney
Do
Sea.
you have pictures of all of the pins from that event on your Instagram?
Yes, but it's buried at this point.
Yeah.
Like it is on there. Like I have it on my Instagram.
You
But
can always try going on to Disney Pins blog and also seeing they might have the pictures on there as well.
That stuff is probably really buried at this point.
Right.
Please go like my very fun video that I made of beaches and cream.
Tibala Shoe, thank you so much for your first purchase with Figment Guy Pins.
Welcome to the Figment family. Ooh, this is a big boy. Limited edition of 700. Berlioz and Toulouse. $75 normally. This is Disneyland Paris LE 700. We're gonna run that at 61 bucks. Toulouse and Berlioz.
There we
Berlioz.
go. The event that they previewed it at would have been After Dark event.
That was the After Dark, yeah, Disney Pin event. You combined their name. Yes.
He's
Berlioz.
good at
It's
that.
Berlioz.
Berlioz
Yeah, they're like a couple. Berlioz.
and Turlios.
Turlios and Berlioz.
Rude girl hit Mr.
Narwhal's here. There you go. Congratulations, Rude Girl. Next, from the limited edition puzzle series, which I'm wondering what the next one's going to be. My guess is it's going to be something along the lines of like Fantasyland. Ellie of 525, Pirates of the Caribbean, 24 bucks. We're going to run that at.
There we go.
Now I'm in pin jail. You say that, but I don't believe you. Haunted Mansion would be cool too, Jeff. I do agree. Haunted Mansion would be cool. Because what was there? There was Pirates, and then it was Jungle Cruise. So yeah, I could see that. Live with the Land puzzle set, please.
Ooh, that would be so cool.
I'm gonna fantasy make that. That's gonna be my fantasy pin I'm gonna make.
Congrats, G Willie.
Congrats.
Soren.
This is for a 10 miler. So this is a really cool marathon pin. But $30 normally. LE 500 Tower of Terror. It's the medal that they actually gave away, which would be an awesome medal. 24 bucks on that. But we're into bucket number 5 now, and I almost have all of bucket 5 laid out on the table.
Avatar River puzzle. That would be really cool, especially if they did it blacklight.
Oh, anything
That'd be
blacklights.
cool.
Well, glow in the dark Haunted Mansion would be cool.
That would be
if they
cool,
did that.
too.
Let's get some Haunted Mansion glow in the dark going on.
Jordan Ban, you got it.
Congratulations, Jordan. All-Star Resorts. You got of course music, movies, sports from 2008. 25 normally. We're on that at 20 bucks. Or at least blacklight reactive. Yeah, I agree.
I'm not sure, Key. I don't know what pins we have today to run, to be
For what?
honest with you. Brother Bear.
Oh, Brother Bear?
Yeah.
There's no Brother Bear today.
I have no idea.
No Brother Bear today.
Oh, yeah. That would be a cool one, too.
Let's just get maps for every single ride.
It's a good idea. They are cute. All right, Meg.
Meg, congratulations. Limited edition of 4,000 Figment Festival of the Arts. 25 normally. We're on that at 20 bucks. Let's go.
Gotta love it when the neighbors
Or farts.
When the neighbors across the street are walking their dog right behind your lanai. Thanks for that, guys.
You can't say that, Jeff.
Mr. A to Z.
There we go. He's a mover too. Limited release, Figment, 25 normally, pass holder exclusive. We're gonna run him at 20 bucks.
And giveaway is going for the Maleficent Sushi Fantasy. And Danielle Beck, congratulations. Danielle got the fantasy pin.
Ooh, congratulations. I'll show it right after this. I think a great grab, Athena. 26. Great grab. There we go. There's the fantasy pin. Congratulations on that one. Julie, every time I get this pin, I trade for it. Hey, Mickey, what time does the 3 p.m. trade or the 3 o'clock parade start? $30 normally. We're gonna run that at 24 bucks. Yes, Jeff, I did see the shoes that Raylo made for Minnie Mama. It was for her son, and it was Iron Man shoes, and they did what was it? Blacklight on like the eyes and or not blacklight, but glow in the dark like on the eyes and stuff like that. That was really cool.
Sarah does Disney. Congrats.
There we go. Indiana Jones Adventure. $25 normally. We're gonna go ahead and run that at 20 bucks. And then we're in bucket number 5 right now. We got 2 Figment Jumbos coming up next. And one of them is actually created by Jess Willis. And the other one was created by Maria Stuckey, who is created the last Figment pin that they had, the jumbo one.
Congrats, Jen.
Congrats. Limited edition of 2000. Maria made this one. 55 normally. She was just in the artist series that they did. We're gonna run that at 45 bucks. And then the next one is the artist series, which Jess, I believe, is part of the artist series. I think she's gonna be the final one that they do. And I don't think she's gonna target me because Maria made a Figment pin already, which is good. It is giving off like a Dragon Tales vibe. I do agree with that. Like that kind of design.
Congrats, Tippa.
And then this is basically like how they're doing the attractions, the windows of attractions. This was Jess's interpretation of if they made a Figment um window, like one of the windows, the here windows of heroes, the villains ones they did. Ellie of 2000, normally 75. We're gonna run that at 61, and you can see there's Jess's signature right there. So if you ever get an autograph from Jess on one of the pins, that's what it'll look like. She is the head of Disney design right now, pin design. So anything you see come into the park, she's pretty much in charge of all of it.
Ray Naomi, congratulations.
How many Figment pins do you actually own that you don't actually like?
Probably a handful.
Just a handful. There's a couple that I'm not like fond of, but you had to get them because you needed to get
Like
them.
he's barely in it type of a
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, he's barely. I hate when he's like, there's 20 characters and then, hey, here's Figment. Yeah, thanks for throwing them in
Jumping
there.
out of a box
Yeah.
or something.
So this is the Hong Kong one because it's got Mystic Manor on there, and Dumbo down there. 25 normally. We're gonna run that at 20 bucks. Got to be complete.
That's right.
But I like them all. I mean, pretty much. I could go over there and stare at that board. I don't do it as much as I probably should with how much time I have invested into it to just go stare at it. But I get to see it every day when I walk past it. So that's a nice thing. Figment was when I was a kid. It's nostalgia to me. So I love the original ride. The original ride was the best. Um, it's the best dark ride Disney's ever made.
Okay, Disney Girl.
Congratulations. Shanghai for the D23 pins. You got Tron Light Cycle. You got Peter Pan on there. 25 normally. We're running that. Run that at 20 bucks. Belle Complete or Lady Complete is gonna be. That's gonna be kind of tricky. If you had to do a do-over, what is another collection you would do to replace Figment? If I kind of said it a couple of times, the original Wreck-It Ralph, not Wreck-It Ralph 2, but Wreck-It Ralph, the first movie, or what's it called? My brain went blank.
Tibble Shoe, congrats.
Goofy movie. Like Goofy movie is another one that I'm a big fan of.
Orange guy.
Orange Bird guy. Uh, D23. 25 bucks. We're gonna run that. This one is Paris because it's got Remy and Phantom Manor. So we're gonna run that at 20 bucks. Yeah, I think it's Goofy movie is one of those things that's also a nostalgia thing for me. And so like I could see myself like I could have seen myself going down that rabbit hole. They do sometimes, the princesses do sometimes have weird faces. I will say that. Monica, congratulations. Next 100th year celebrating Walt, and it's Mickey and Minnie. Limited edition of 5,000. $20 normally. We're going to run this locket at 16 bucks. I refuse to buy any that looks like they had plastic surgery. How you doing over there?
Do they have any Donald and Daisy like that?
I don't think exactly like this one. There's definitely Donald and Daisy like locket pins, but I don't believe exactly like that one.
And Disney Mom, congrats. I'm tired.
I can tell you like you hit shutdown mode.
Did.
Guys, give Julie some heart. She worked very hard today. Probably harder than I worked at my actual job. She loaded that buy it now, and you guys bought some stuff out of there, so that's good. Yeah, thank goodness it is Friday though.
Yes.
Limited edition of 5,000. Nice stained glass in there. $30 normally. We're gonna run that at 24 bucks for the Little Mermaid pin.
Yep.
I will say, you hit a certain point. Like I was at that point at work where it was like, is this day over with yet?
Yeah.
That was a definite thing. Work definitely kicked my butt today.
HC, Mr. Narwhal's here.
Congratulations on that. Limited edition of 300 pink a la mode, $50 normally. We're gonna run that at 40 bucks. Nice big pin on there.
And there we go.
I feel that way every day at work. Oh, it hits a point where you're just like, man, I want to just like, I just want to like get my stuff done, you know?
Magically Carolee, thank you so much for your first purchase with Figment Guy pins.
Welcome to the Figment family.
When are you going to be in the parks next? I don't know if he's going to get a chance to go before we go back to Disney.
I'm off Wednesday, technically.
Yeah, but that's
Hunchback of
only
Notre
the
Dame.
day before going to
It's the day before we go.
and my parents will be here.
I'm off Wednesday next week. Hunchback of Notre Dame, 25th anniversary. Oh, I'll have everything packed before then. I'm pretty quick. I'm quick and easy to pack for.
$20 start.
$20 start.
Yeah, he just will throw everything together.
Yes, I'll literally chuck it in there and be like, okay, it's time to go. Disneyland, here I come.
And then we'll get there and he'll be like, oh no, I didn't pack any socks. Tippa, congrats.
How many empty bags for pins? None at the moment. 5 Figment shirts and shorts. Let's go.
Pretty much.
Pretty much, guys.
That's pretty easy.
It's like the packing for the cruise is going to be swim trunks. Was it swim trunks? 4 Roosevelts or 5 Roosevelt shirts and shorts. Let's go. This is DEC. These were limited edition of 400. $40 normally. We're gonna run it at 32 bucks.
32. There we go.
Yeah, pink a la mode. They have people will call it palm all the time. You'll hear them say that, but pink a la mode. They have their own website. They'll be at our pin event, I believe, at both of them.
Congrats, Deb.
Congrats, Deb. Limited edition of 1,000. Rapunzel, Flynn Rider, $80 normally. We're gonna run that at 65 bucks. Nice designer series there.
There we go.
And we got some Goofy coming up, some Stitch, some Figment, some old school Epcot, some Tinkerbell, some really old school Epcot, some Dalmatians, some Remy, and
Just me, Annie. Thank you so much for your first purchase with Figment Guy pins.
welcome to the Figment family. Limited release. $25 normally. We're going to go ahead and run that at 20 bucks for the beautiful Figment.
Santa Figment.
Holidays around the world, which is what they used to call before it was Festival of the Holidays. Congratulations, I love Figments. Like I said, I bought a Figment collection, so I'm gonna sprinkle it in little by little. I'm not gonna dump like 40 Figment pins on you guys, but there's a lot. Limited edition of 400. What is his name?
Anxiety,
Is it Anxiety?
I think, right?
I don't think that's not Anxiety. No, anxiety. No, Embarrassment.
Embarrassment. Oh.
You're way off, ma'am. 55 normal. We're gonna run that 45 bucks. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 pins left of what you pulled. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna finish up those 10 pins, and then we're gonna go ahead and run through the stuff that you did not select at a 25% discount. I gotta get my cheat sheet for the other one.
Janoski.
There you go. Disney Movie Rewards Series. This is a cute set. Hawaii with Stitch. Nice pin on pin. $30 normally. We're gonna run that at 24 bucks. Would you advise keeping the cards for pins on? I keep all my cards. I literally have all my Figment cards. The smartest thing I could have ever done was place a sticker on them that says like number one and place a number one sticker on the back of the pin. But I didn't do that. I didn't think that far ahead. I thought about that after I have like seven Ziploc bags full of backs.
Tortured Ashley. Congrats.
Congrats. Captain's Table, which is the artist choice, basically like the artist choice series, but for the actual cruise line. Limited edition of 1,000. Goofy as the captain. They're $30 cruise line. We're gonna run that at $24. But that's one of those. I wish I would have thought about that ahead of time. So I like passing that information on to you guys because you still have a chance to do that. The Remy version is actually the last pin that was pulled for the night, so that's going to be coming up here in a minute. Tim Core, congratulations. I love you could convince me to collect pins of characters trading pins. Like, and if you do that, you're targeted very heavily at this next pin event.
Yeah.
They were like, here, for all of you people that like to do that. Limited edition of 500, $45. We're going to run that at $36. Let's go.
I think I missed a giveaway.
It's so meta.
Get in on the giveaway. I'm pretty sure I missed
The
mine.
120?
Yeah, 120. I missed
And
it.
probably. Oh, the trade with the shark. That's a good one. Tim Core, congrats. Limited release, the Engagement Ring series. Really cool with Tiana and Naveen. 25 normally. We're going to run that at $20. Let's go.
Our events for 2026, those will get announced pretty soon because they want to charge us at the end of June for like the first quarter of
Yeah.
it. So
We're going to have to start collecting
it's
some
going to
money.
be before, yeah, it's going to be before the end of June. It'll be announced. That way I can get some money in from vendor tables.
Again,
To
congratulations.
pay for that.
Goofy Cruise Line pin. Oh, yeah, sorry.
Also hit fragments here. Collect your coupon.
Normally 25, we're going to run that at $20. I'm excited to go see the pins that are on the cruise line. This will be that time that they don't have the pins in stock. Like, oh, sorry, they sold out at the last one. No.
I'm not going to cry about it because I'm there for the cruise.
Yeah, goofy toes in this one. Julie's there for the cruise.
I am so excited to go on the cruise.
Yeah, Jeff, we had the Stitch pin from the mystery box. I traded for the Stitch one because I was like, okay, that's the colors are really cool on that one. Tim Core, congrats. Julie, it's a little veggie fruit. Limited edition of 3,000. The kitchen crackpots, which is of course for kitchen cabaret. Epcot established 1982. $30. Normally we're going to run that at $24.
Yeah, Karash, I did ask that question when we were there. What's their policy on moving a date if we have to? And I explained why, and it's not an issue. She said as long as the date's available for another, time slot,
It's
then
100% okay.
100% okay. There's
Yep.
no penalties or anything like that. So I was like, awesome.
There's multiple things that they sold us on
They
this
were
building.
very excited to have us coming to their hotels.
It's kind of funny.
Congrats, Lorraine.
I'll be honest. So if you guys, I had a video that I posted on TikTok. Really quick, I had a video I posted on TikTok about the arcade monsters. It did like nothing on Instagram because people were like, "This is not Disney. I don't like this." But on TikTok, it has like 200,000 views or something like that. And I'm like, "What the heck happened here?" I walk into work today, and people go and say to me, they're like, "Did you like?" Did you go to Arcade Monsters or something like that? I swear saw you on TikTok playing pinball. Like, yes, I was on TikTok playing pinball. Yeah, completely new building. Yeah, new building, new space, new everything
For
next year.
2026.
For 2026. It'll be all brand new.
We'll be announcing it soon.
Very soon. But yeah, so it was weird. I had 3 people today that saw that Arcade Monsters video that I work with. And so that's just kind of weird. Like I go to Epcot and people say hi and you talk to the cast members. I've known them before, but then you got people coming up to you and it's really kind of like you realize like people see that and that's awesome. They actually have that chance to kind of see what you're doing. It all started with Walt, 2006, limited edition of 1,000, Tinkerbell, 35. Normally, we're gonna run that at $28.
The good news, Jeff, is it has brand new AC.
Yes.
So it's a much nicer location. It's much cleaner than we are currently at. It's bigger and it has new AC. So it's winner, winner all the way
Winner,
around.
winner, chicken dinner.
Yeah.
Plus,
Yams,
plus,
congrats.
Jeff. Julie got menus today.
Oh yeah.
Julie got menus so we can look at the food that you could actually probably pre-order ahead of time.
They're gonna give us 10% off for selecting.
And they'll deliver it directly to your table. How much?
I don't know about that.
I well, if
They
they
didn't say
deliver,
anything about
if
that.
they deliver it to the front door, the kids can deliver it to the
Right,
tables.
yeah.
But we're talking about getting it delivered directly to the table. How much would Jeff pay to have food delivered directly to his table so he could keep trading? Yeah, I'll pay full price.
Yes, and there is a Starbucks at this location, so it's inside of a hotel.
So
Oh, that's a pretty pin.
this is as old as it gets, guys.
I like that.
This is like Figment pin number 2. That's why when you see like what the LELR is, it's just that weird emoji where it's like crazy eyes. That's what I put there. $50 normally. We're gonna run that at $40.
There we go.
So food will be available. There's a food court there also, so
Yep,
you don't
there's
have to
a
go
food
anywhere.
court.
Nice and easy.
S. Hernandez, congrats! You got the giveaway. Congrats.
Figment pin number 1 is actually another Epcot Center pin. So if it says Epcot Center on it, of course it's really old. It's extremely old.
Congrats! I love Figments.
But great grab. I love this. One of my favorite pins. Because I love anything that I love old school Epcot Center. Epcot Center was where it was at.
That pin to me, it reminds me of like the Marrakesh area. What is that area called in the back? That one spot where the Marrakesh dining is.
Morocco?
Morocco, yeah.
Oh, you're talking about
It has like that tile look to it. It's beautiful.
limited edition of 400, the Dalmatians Stitch. Is that called like Stitch Point? What is it called?
Needlepoint.
Needlepoint. That's it. There you go.
Needlepoint.
Okay, LE 465. We're gonna run that at $53.
Or cross.
Cross
There's
stitch. That's it.
cross
There it is.
stitch.
It's cross stitch.
Either way. And then someone asked a while ago, but you were talking.
Yes.
We are actually going on the Disney Cruise Line. We're going on the Magic. So, and it's really great because we actually honeymooned on the Magic.
Mm-hmm.
Lorraine, congrats.
We haven't been on a Disney cruise in 22 years.
Yep.
22 years it's been since we've been on it. So for our anniversary this year, Julie's like, I'd really like to go on a cruise. And I went and I says, book it. We have time to run more shows. Like we can come back and we can run more shows. Let's go on a cruise. Like let's do it. Let's do something nice for our anniversary. We were gonna do something nice for our 20th anniversary, but we really couldn't.
We missed that.
Yeah, we completely missed it. Didn't have the opportunity to do it.
Yeah.
Disney movie rewards, Remy. I know Remy was asking about this. So $30 normally. We're gonna run that at $24.
We will have pins to trade. Yes, we're gonna go to. We're gonna like walk the halls and look for resort rooms that have, pin boards and stuff. So we're gonna try to trade with cast members too. And yes, the new location is for next year. So
Yes.
we're still staying in our current location until then.
Yeah. So 2026. Don't think about going anywhere else
Months
until
away,
2026. Julie, that
Yes,
is
I don't know how he convinced me. He mentioned it like a few times, and I kept saying no, no, no.
for what?
And then to run an event for 12 months, like every month. And all just out of the blue, I was just like, you know what? We should do that. And I know I'm going to regret it because I'm going to be like pulling my hair out.
So
but I'm going to do it. And like Richard said at the beginning of the show, we're going to be also hosting an event. We have two events in July. So July, we're going to be here in Orlando, and we're also going to be in Ohio for a weekend.
we will be running 12 events or we were saying before we were going to run 11 events here, but we're running 12 events in Orlando and we're running one event in Ohio. So we're running 13 events that we have scheduled pretty much already. Julie.
Because this hotel was so excited to have us on, I didn't want to like break their hearts and say, but we can't do July, because they were like really excited that we're
Yeah.
coming. I showed them pictures of our previous events and our previous location, and yeah,
They were psyched for it.
they are so
They
excited
they were
for it.
watching. She was watching the videos of like the events that
Yes.
like people were posting on there. Like Summerly has really nice videos. Uh, Pin's Nick has some
Mhm.
really nice videos,
Yeah.
and like I'm just showing those videos. And Parkside Dreamers Miguel is on here, all the time,
Mhm.
and Lori. They had really nice videos, and I'm just showing her the videos, and she's like all into it.
Yeah.
She's completely into it.
So it's really exciting. We're happy about it. The Ohio date, none of our
No
dates for
dates for
next year
no.
are announced yet. We are going to announce that. It's coming up. We have the dates, they're secured, they're paid for.
Ohio, we have to talk to them. We have a conference
June
call
4th,
on June 4th.
we're talking to Ohio. He told us it's all open. We already know what date we're choosing.
Yeah.
But we're gonna still keep it a secret for right now. But yeah, so
And that
that's
will
all gonna get secured on June 4th, and then we go right to Disneyland. So these announcements probably won't be until we come back from Disneyland.
they're all also asking where are we having the event? Somebody asked.
The
In
event
Ohio.
in Ohio is going to be at Great Northern Mall in North Olmsted, Ohio. So
About 10 minutes from the airport.
yeah,
The Cleveland
it's
Hopkins
very
Airport.
close to Cleveland. Yeah, CLN.
And we're going to see also if we can get some packages as far as a hotel that's close to the mall.
I'm gonna see.
We're going to work
We
with
have
the
our
mall.
list of questions for him. Super nice guy.
Yeah, dude's
Oh my
all
gosh,
another
he's
person,
excited too.
another person
But
who's all about it. But
yeah,
actually, somebody who owns, I'll flip it to me for a second. Somebody who owns one of the shops in the mall came to our pin event here in Florida,
yeah,
and they're the ones like they were hyping us up beforehand.
right.
So before we even talked to this guy's all about like us having a pin event in their mall,
Oh
and
yeah.
I was like, okay, sure.
And we are currently on the
Twist my
fence.
arm.
We're on the fence right now if it's going to be a 1 day or a 2 day.
Oh, it might be a 2 day event.
We're on the
So
fence.
we're really thinking about a 2 day event coming up here. So
Yeah.
if it's possibility,
We'll see.
I think if you're traveling and like if Jeff traveled in, it would be worth Jeff's
makes it
Jeff's
a lot
time for
worth
two
it,
days. I think it's completely worth his time at 2 days.
It's
Like,
just that we have attended events before that have been 2 day events, and the Sunday doesn't usually do so
mhm,
hot. But at the same point, I said to Richard, maybe it's a Friday, Saturday event instead. So we'll see. We're gonna talk to this guy
mhm.
and see what his thoughts are on it. And I know that they want us to do it for more than 1 day
Yeah,
to make it, good on their end too, like better on their end. But yeah, that's all happening
we
June
should just
4th.
rent an RV and we'll take a whole bunch of people from Florida. We'll
Hi,
travel. We'll all
guys.
travel in. Come on, everyone, jump in. We'll get one of those big buses. We'll get one of the motor coaches to drive everyone up
That's
to
so
Ohio.
funny. With like clown cars where we
Yeah.
all just start
Do, do,
falling
do, do,
out
do,
of
do,
it.
do, 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 do. Okay, let's flip this around. So we went through all the pins that you guys chose. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna run some stuff at a 25% discount. This is the stuff you did not choose today, so I'll show you the stuff. We'll run it at the 25% discount. If you bid on it, you bid on it. If you don't, you don't. Nothing crazy. Cindy's like, pick me up, please. I love these pins. Like they need to make more of these. Live the illusion on it. This was a D23 Dumbo. $30 normally. We're gonna run this at 22 bucks.
24. Oh, I'm so sorry. I ran it at 24.
25%, ma'am.
25.
Don't just let me shout it out. Let me shout it out to you.
Darn you, changing prices on me.
Sorry, ma'am.
All right, congrats, Jim.
So sorry. Jams coming to you. This was the only one of the Disney Movie Awards that was not selected. It's actually 101 Dalmatians. Put him on a pip. You know what? I've never been on a performance improvement plan, and I will never be on a performance improvement plan because
All right, so what's the price?
the price $30, 22. I don't know. On our what is it? Our LLC paperwork, I am the CEO of Figment Guy Pins.
In Ohio, it's going to be at Great Northern Mall in North Olmsted, Ohio. That's where the Ohio event is going to be in July
Julie Mar.
2026.
Congratulations, Julie Mar. D23, this one did not get chosen. This isn't cool. It's the cruise line, of course. 25 normally, we're going to run that at 19 bucks. Do you ship to APO?
I believe
Yes, they
so,
do.
yeah.
They do. Yeah.
I'm fairly certain we have in the
We
past.
basically ship everywhere. Because Whatnot basically says we can ship everywhere.
All of our labels come from Whatnot, so after the show, I just print it up and that's it. So it's fairly easy.
We've had people buy from Australia, from
We had
England,
Germany.
Germany, all over the place.
Yep, Australia, Germany.
Deb, congratulations.
Yes, please make sure your address is correct. That's super important.
Limited edition of 3,000. This is what this pin looked like when I showed it.
Yeah.
But it's like this is what show and sell is for, to show you how beautiful a pin is. 35 normally, we're going to run it at 26.
There we go. Moving to England. That's awesome.
Oh man.
What is your location you're going for the cruise? It's taken us to the Bahamas.
Nassau
And then,
and their new island.
yeah.
Yeah, seriously, water.
Congrats, Lorraine. And
I
then
love this pin.
we're going to the new island, which
Yes.
is exciting because the first time we went, obviously that was so long ago that it wasn't around. We went to Castaway Key then.
Disneyland Paris, limited edition of 900. 25 Mickey and Minnie normally. We're going to run that at 19 bucks. Baja Blast incoming.
There we go.
I'm all out of drink. I had some water.
And Richard and I actually decided that when we go on our cruise, we're probably not going to get off of the ship when we go to Nassau. We're going to enjoy. We're just going to enjoy.
We're going to enjoy the cruise.
And see like what happens because like we went on
Congratulations.
a long time ago. And yeah, like it'd be nice to see like what goes down when people exit the ship.
I'll be honest, we're also doing concierge level. So I don't mind. I don't mind. I want to get my most out of my money for concierge.
Yep.
Hipster Minnie Mouse. Look at Hipster Minnie Mouse there. Limited release, $25 normally. We're going to run her at 19 bucks.
Yeah, so it'll be nice to see like what kind of things they do when all the guests exit the ship. You know, I know that they still run things and maybe the pools will be quieter. So yeah, so we're looking forward to that. We might get off the ship just to like walk around the main port area. But other than that, we're not really planning on excursions.
We were looking at some of the so like look at it like this. There's some things that concierge has that are add-ons on cruises, so your Wi-Fi is included and a whole bunch of other stuff.
Yes.
But like
They'll fill your refrigerator also.
you get free alcoholic beverages from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. every single night. So there's the stuff like that that like you might be adding into your price.
Yeah. And you do have priority, like getting to do excursions,
Which we're not doing.
which we're not doing.
Agent Mickey Mouse, $25 normally. We're gonna run him at 19 bucks. I don't know if there's any Oogie Boogie left in today's show. I know I have some Oogie Boogie for Sunday. And like I said, on Sunday when I post the pictures, I'm actually posting the pictures on Saturday night. Jen, congratulations on Agent Mickey Mouse. Minnie Mouse surprise hieroglyphics pin. This is a limited edition of 1,000. 35 normally. We're gonna run that at 26 bucks. So I'm excited. There's some things when we added up the pricing on it, you get to go to when you go to the shows, you get to go and pick your spots 15 minutes before anyone else.
Yeah.
Gets to come into any of the shows. So you get priority seating at every single show or movie or anything like that, which is another kind of cool thing. Plus you get unlimited popcorn and drinks while you're there.
Tim Core, congratulations.
So there's little things like that we were just looking at like, okay, that's kind of cool. 50 years of Tinkerbell, limited edition of 5,000, $20 normally. We're gonna run that at 15 bucks for the 50 years of Tinkerbell.
And I put the next giveaway up, so that is up there for you guys to get in on.
Yeah, Scott, this set's awesome. Yeah, but there's like 50 different Tinks in this set. Really cool set. It just basically goes from like her concept artwork all the way through like newer stuff also.
Congrats, Jams.
Congrats. Go-Go, I believe is Go-Go. Limited edition of 1100. $25 normally on the puzzle piece for Big Hero 6. We're going to run that at 19 bucks for a puzzle piece. Let's go. I actually have three. I'll do back to back to back because I got Hero and then I got the bad guy. Yokai? Is it Yokai? Did I just pull that right there?
Don't know what you're talking
Julie's like,
about.
what is he even talking about? I did. I got it right.
Leah, congrats.
1100 Hero for the puzzle. It's 19 bucks on that one. It is Yokai. I got that right, Julie.
They have bingo on the Disney cruise. That's where my brain was focused.
I,
Okay.
I wasn't look. I don't
That's
care
where
about.
my
I
brain
don't
was
care about
focused.
bingo. I'm ready for.
Sarah, like, tell me, is there bingo on Disney cruise ships?
I'm ready for trivia
'Cause
night.
I love bingo. Congrats, Leah. And
We're
you
gonna do.
also hit fragments here.
We're gonna do trivia night, and Julie's just gonna look at me like I don't know.
I can't answer these.
I don't know.
Bingo. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I'm definitely gonna play bingo.
Yokai, 19 bucks for his piece, limited edition of 1100. Jeff says when they build a
Nice,
casino
yeah.
on a Disney cruise,
Yeah.
they'll go ahead and he will go.
That'd be awesome. 19.
19 bucks, yeah.
There we go. No, that's so cool.
The-
When I was a teenager, like, I mean, I'm talking like 19 going on 20, my friend and I at that time, we loved playing bingo. We would go to those churches that
Leah,
always
congrats.
hosted it. We'd be the youngest ones there amongst all of these old grandmas. It was so much fun, though. We love bingo.
Limited release Topiaries of Beauty and the Beast, $25 normally. We're gonna run that at 19 bucks. No problem, Leah. Good grab on that one. Yeah, but I'm excited. Like it's been a while since we've had a vacation just for like me and Julie even
Yeah.
to kind of do that. So it'd be nice just to kind of decompress and kind of go.
Hey, Marie, congrats. Yes, he's already been told he's got to limit himself on his cell phone. So he's got like
I'm
an hour a day.
I'm allowed 1 hour a
1 hour
day
a
to
day, that's
do.
it.
I'm allowed 1 hour a day, basically. Alice and Mad Hatter, Mr. Hatter. 25 normally we're gonna run that at 19 bucks. Oh, you're already running it.
I'm running it.
She's already running it. This kid over
I'm
here.
ready for bed. And
1 hour
it
can
is Pin
stretch
and
into
Pop.
two.
Sometimes when I use Google Lens, Pin and Pop comes up and I do click on it, but I don't exclusively use Pin and Pop.
I mostly use pin
It's
picks.
usually Pin Picks is
Yeah.
what I use.
Sarah, congratulations. Then we got a whole bunch of these grand opening Shanghai pins. So we got Goofy, and he's 25. We're gonna run him at 19. Julie's already running it. Tim Core, congratulations. Next, we've got Dale. He's gonna be $19 also. I think the biggest thing that I'm like looking forward to, it's we haven't been on like that actual vacation type of thing in forever. Even going to Disneyland is not going to be a vacation.
Yeah.
It's pin trading. It's basically getting pins and it's running around Disneyland.
Congrats, Jen.
Like and trying to get as much done as humanly possible in 3 days.
20 seconds before the giveaway goes. Get in on it.
Chip. We just had Dale. Now we got Chip. 19 bucks.
Yeah, I mean, in hindsight, we probably should have chosen a different cruise line just so that we could stay away from pins and actually have a relaxing.
I was all ready to do a
vacation.
different cruise line, and
Two
you were
points,
like,
2
"No."
points.
You were like,
And I was like, you know what though? I'm so familiar with the cruise line because I've been on 2 in my lifetime, you know. So this will be the third, and I trust it. I know it.
Jen,
Congrats, Jen. And
congratulations.
Brenda, congrats, you got the giveaway.
We got Daisy, Shanghai, 19 bucks on that one.
So I like to stick with things that I know, and I
It's
know
true.
Disney, and I know the cruise line. I've loved the cruise line, so I didn't really want to stray from that.
Yeah,
It's hard to to try to think of going on another cruise, doing
I
all
kind
that
of,
homework.
I kind of know what to expect to a point. So
If
that's Got Fragment here also. You can go clip your coupon, get another coupon up there. There you go. Next is Pluto. $19 on Pluto also.
And there we go.
Aristocats this show. I don't think there's any more Aristocats in this show.
I have to say though, like I didn't go on a Disney cruise as a child. I went on it as a teenager.
Well, I didn't either because it didn't exist.
As a teenager and as an adult.
IOP Surfer, congrats.
I can tell you that if you don't have kids and you just want to go as an adult, it has so much stuff for you. So don't like let your mind think it's like a kid thing. It's not.
There's so much to do on there that's like, and then they have the whole they have the whole section that is just for adults.
Section, yeah.
And there's not even that many people that go just to that because everyone brings their family on a Disney cruise. So you can go chill in the hot tub and just relax.
G59 Vic, thank you so much for your first purchase with Figment Guy pins.
Welcome to the Figment family. Last of the grand opening pins, we got Minnie Mouse, $19. And that is the last of that. Yeah, we've been talking about taking a cruise for a lot of years now. I think it's the whole fact of like kids were younger, so you have to take them all now. We have two adult children, so
we feel confident we can leave them home and they'll be okay.
Yes.
So that's kind of the nice thing. ND Jen, congrats.
Damsel, which is a like magazine series with Jesse, limited edition of 1,000, $40 normally. We're gonna run that at $30 for Jesse.
Right. The kids take care of the cats, which is awesome.
So it kind of kills two birds with one stone.
And food on the cruise is amazing.
Yeah.
They always have buffets, so you've got that as an option. But they have such nice restaurants for sit down.
RTR, congratulations.
You can try any food that you want. They'll bring you anything.
If you want to order one of everything on the menu, you can literally order one of everything on the menu to try everything. So it can even become like a tasting videos at that point. But Julie's like, no, no. 1 hour a day. That's the hour's gonna be gone quick.
Yeah.
Ellie of 3,000, teddy bear day for Winnie the Pooh. 30 normally. We're gonna go ahead and run that at $22.
No way, Dream. That's so awesome. She won sailing on the Destiny for next year.
Oh, that's cool.
That's so cool.
We somebody that went to D23, we knew the person that won the cruise.
Yep.
It was the
she's a Figment fan also.
She's a Figment fan also, Figment collector also, but I knew her. They announced it. I'm like, holy, I know that person.
I know that name.
All right, this is I love this pin. Christopher Robin, Winnie the Pooh. 45 normally. We're gonna run that at $34.
There we go.
And then
how many buckets do you have?
We got two after this.
Okay.
Now we're doing good, and they're not even. There's like barely anything in them, so we're doing really good.
Any Pinocchio?
The Pinocchio's coming up.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
2 pins away from Pinocchio.
Yeah, there's a really cool Pinocchio coming up here.
Naja, congrats.
Congrats. Next, look at that one. Pink a la mode exclusive Ursula with Ariel, gorgeous pin. LE 300, normally 100. We're gonna run it at $75, 25% off.
There we go. Flying through all of these pins gets you sooner to your next giveaway.
It does. Like we're gonna hit the next giveaway in 3 pins, and probably that might be the last giveaway of the night with how many pins are left to show you guys. So we'll see how it goes.
Jams, congrats.
Jams, congrats on that one. Beautiful pin. WDI limited edition of 300. You got Cleo, Figaro, Geppetto, and Pinocchio is a real boy. Which you don't see very often. They don't do a lot of pins with him as a real boy. Normally 85. It would be $64 with the 25% off.
64. There we go.
It's a cool pin. But we got down to kind of the last bucket here. Thank you guys for like I mean, I'm not closing. We're not closing up shop yet, but thank you for hanging out today. Had a really good time. You guys asked a lot of really good questions today. I felt like I was very talkative earlier.
Yes.
Extremely, like too talkative. I
I'm
love.
surprised you haven't shut down yet.
I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
Limited edition of 400 DSSH the Love Series. I love this pin so much. 65 normally. We're gonna go ahead and run that at 49 bucks. Nightmare Before Christmas. I actually have some Nightmare Before Christmas still coming up.
Yeah.
Do you have an extra Figment monorail? Are you talking the jumbo monorail?
Yeah, probably.
If you're talking jumbo monorail, probably coming up very soon.
Not currently in our possession.
Not currently in our possession.
La Laura, correct.
I just know the lady from Nebraska has the whole set of them. So I should have every
That
one
would
of
be
the.
so cool if she sent them all at the same time.
I'm trying to.
Cool.
I was talking to. I talked to her the other day, and that's what we were kind of talking about.
Yeah.
It does glow in the dark. Wicked fun for everyone. Limited edition of 500. Glows in the dark, and we're gonna run this at 19 bucks. Let's go.
Fun Friday begins when your show starts. Thank you.
How is
So
Red
sweet.
Binder guy? He's doing very
Yeah,
well.
he's doing good.
You know,
We
he's
haven't had a chance to see him though because it's been so busy. Our schedules have been wild.
and we've talked to him knowing he knew that it was coming up that we weren't gonna have a lot of like free time.
Yeah.
So we weren't gonna do pickups for a couple weeks.
Collector Kyle, congrats.
So I'm probably not gonna see him until after we get back.
Yeah.
I'm praying I can get tickets to the pin event. I'm scared. Like I'm really scared. Ellie of 1100. This is a 4-pin Jack Jack box set, but this is the one where shooting lasers out of his eyes or something. $30 normally. We're gonna run that at 22 bucks. I am scared about the pin event. Like I think there's a part of it where it's like could completely like there's a whole bunch of people that normally you see at pin events that could completely miss out on it.
I just wish because that area is so huge. I just wish that they would open it up for more people to come to because
Yeah.
they have the space for it. It can
Naja,
be, it
congratulations.
can be justified having it.
Julie's got the giveaway. This
Yep.
is probably
Next giveaway's up.
probably gonna be the last giveaway of the night because with how many pins I got left to show you guys. The yokai. Let me see. That's smudge.
And the worst part is with having 10 Figment pins, I feel like we have to try to go for like the higher tier package, to have a better chance. But
Mhm.
I don't even know, like, what are you gonna get?
Limited edition 4000 yokai lock, and it's got the Baymax key down there. 25 normally. We're gonna run that at 19 bucks. Let's go. I mean, I am scared that there's a good possibility. Like I'm gonna have to call in my favors, and that's the thing is I know I'm gonna have to call in like all of my favors in one pin event, which is scary when you really think about it.
I mean, they have to get tickets too. So
Well, I mean, yeah, that's the other thing is like
what if all your favors don't get tickets?
LE 4,250. Thank goodness I have a lot of people that I'm very close with that are gonna try for the event. So I'm not that scared. $30 normally we're gonna run that at 22 bucks.
There we go.
Because that's like even Pell Mike. Like he said,
Oh,
like
yeah,
if him and his daughter are gonna try to go,
Yeah.
if he gets tickets, if he gets any figments, he's like
Yeah.
they're yours, you get first dibs on
I
them.
can hear this pin.
I can hear this
Isn't
pin.
that the best?
That is, yeah.
I love that.
G59, congratulations. Another one of the Pirates of the Caribbean puzzles. It's Mickey.
Wendy says, "Don't worry, we will help you stay Figment complete."
I'm not
We love you, Wendy.
I'm not concerned about it and I appreciate it because 20, 30, so it's going to be 22. But there's a lot of those times where it's like if there wasn't 10, I wouldn't be scared. Like if it was
Yeah, Cindy says first time in years I'm worried about missing out. Yeah.
it's the best catalog I've ever seen.
It's such a great
It's the best
amount of
and seeing the pins up
Yeah.
close, they are gorgeous.
Yeah. Beautiful pins. Mr. A to Z here.
Congrats. Good grab on that one.
how far is your show location from Disney on the Sunday after? So that is roughly about 15 miles away. So it's
It's a
really not bad.
same distance as last year, pretty much
Just in a different
mileage wise, but in a
direction.
different direction.
Yes.
Um, oh, I
19.
know. Seriously, Brid. So this is the game that you can play on one of the cruise ships, Uncharted Adventure, and it's Peter Pan. Like you put it that way, you can't really tell. But yeah, it's Peter Pan 25. We're gonna run that at 20 bucks. I'm really like that. I'm usually not that concerned about it. Like previous years, I've never been that concerned because there's one or two figments.
Yeah.
So, but I feel concerned because there's just so much.
Yeah.
There's never been this much.
Congrats, Jams.
Jess and the artist knew exactly what they're doing to me.
They did.
I love this pin because it has a whole bunch of different rabbits. Thumper's there, the rabbits from Robin Hood, but on the inside, Brer Rabbit just chilling in the middle there. Happy Easter undated, 40 normally. We're gonna run it 30 bucks.
There we
It's a
go.
cool pin. Do you collect bunnies? You should. They're adorable. Yeah, somebody was like, I collect cats, and I says, don't come here, don't look at the pictures today because I have an LE 150 cat pin today. Pierce, congratulations, good grab on that one. So we had some of these earlier, babe, or not earlier in the last show. These are the castles for the anniversary of Disneyland Paris. So we had a couple of them. This is Big Thunder Mountain for that. For the anniversary. Ellie of $740. Normally we're gonna run it at 30 bucks.
There we go.
Going right on my splash board.
Somebody was asking about the castles. That was much earlier in the show.
The best Big Thunder Mountain, Corgi Mom says, in Paris.
In Paris?
Disneyland's
Yeah.
pretty freaking good. Like, I probably is, but Disneyland's pretty good. Like, I will say Disneyland's version is probably better than our version.
Congrats, Steffish. You guys have 10
Congrats.
seconds until the giveaway runs, so get in on that.
Limited edition of 2000 Happy Halloween from the Haunted Mansion. Undated Halloween pin. 25 normally. We're going to go ahead and run that at 19 bucks.
Do you plan on documenting any of the upcoming Disney pin related events, possibly for your YouTube channel? I keep telling him he needs to do
I
more on
am
YouTube.
terrible about posting stuff to YouTube. I literally am the worst.
Cam, his dad, congrats, you got the giveaway.
I
Congrats.
post on everywhere but, and then we had a new purchase.
Okay. Rocket B, thank you so much for your first purchase with Figment Guy pins.
Welcome to the Figment family. I am terrible with putting stuff on YouTube. I'm okay with I get stuff on TikTok. I get stuff that I am really bad. But if you ever want to watch our live streams, they're saved all on YouTube, guys. So like somebody says, "Oh, I want to watch back and see what I won" or something like that. You can watch our streams on YouTube.
Yeah.
They're all on there. Precious Moments Mickey. Your grandma would have loved this pin.
Yes.
Your grandma would have been all about this pin. $30 normally for the Precious Moments. We're gonna run that 22 bucks.
There we go. Are the pins at the D23 event exclusive to that event? They won't be made available anywhere. Yes, that's usually how that works. Because
They won't be available anywhere else. Yeah.
So those are only going to be available for the people that have tickets and get their RSPs.
Pierce, I was thinking about getting I was thinking about like over the shoulder for I was thinking about something along like the lines like that for the different pin events.
On your left, congrats, you got Mr. Narwhal here.
Precious Moments coming to you. Congrats. Happy Halloween, Pirates of the Caribbean. I love the black cat up there. From 2007, 25 normally we're going to run that at 19 bucks.
We didn't get tickets to D23, so I'm not sure if the D23
They haven't yet.
Out yet.
No.
I haven't seen anything about it. Create a time lapse video of the pin event.
I think if you have a GoPro, you could easily like do a GoPro and it'd be really easy.
Yeah. Congrats to Samantha.
Congrats. Do we have any cast members here? Any cast members in the show today? Because Proud to be a cast member.
Oh, that's cute.
Cast exclusive. $30 normally. We're gonna go ahead and run that at $22.
There we go.
Working in TV, I have these ideas. I mean, that's the thing is like
Office montages too.
Office.
Confessional type booth.
I like that.
We love The Office.
There we go. I have like I have a couple people that have been reaching out to me that have, like want me to do like specific content and want to help me with it. It's just I'm bad with like accepting help from anybody. Would you say that?
Yeah.
To a point, like I have a vision and I kind of feel like I want to do it myself, but then, you know,
Yeah.
limited release, Festival of the Arts Figment, another farts. 25 normally we're gonna run him at $19.
Yes, we did already run the cross stitch Dalmatians.
I forgot about that one.
Congrats, Georgiola.
Congrats on that one. The 100, I think this was the book series that you had to like buy the book to get the pin. 75 normally. We're gonna run that at $56 for Simba. Any idea of the max?
The maximum amount of people.
Maximum of people for what? For the Disney pin event?
For the Walt Disney World one? La Wayne,
Congrats.
Yes.
Kaylee, I think it's gonna be somewhere around. It's gonna probably be like 1250, but they could raise the number this year.
I really hope they do.
I hope they do.
The limited edition sizes, I don't know if they will.
Yeah, the limited edition
Those are
sizes are low, so
They're
I don't think they're
low.
gonna have like a ton of people in there.
Yeah.
Chippendale on the cruise line. I love these pins. 25 normally we're gonna run that at $19.
Was that the last of it?
There's only 2 pins that didn't sell tonight. Did you know that?
Really?
Only 2 pins that did not sell tonight, guys. Out of all those pins that were in the pictures, only 2 did not sell.
And the other night there was only one. So nice. Nicely done.
We'll run these one more time. I'll run them one more time.
One more time.
One more time. At the 25% discount. There we go. Congrats. Disney shopping, Mickey. Ellie of limited edition of 250, normally 85. We'll run them at $64.
Do you know the math on that one?
No. Me brain not do math now. Congrats. The Aristocats butterfly pin did sell.
It'd be 900. Ham Sarah, congrats.
$900. That's a steal on that right there.
Yeah, that would be.
$900 for the beautiful air.
Oh my God.
People are like,
this is when it sells, and we're gonna be like, no. But hey, if you want a good deal, now's your chance.
it was the only pin that did not sell tonight.
Sweating a little.
I was kind of sweating.
Please don't bid. Please don't bid.
So yeah, that was this was the only pin that didn't sell, but this will go right back into the traders. So if you're coming to the July pin event and you collect Ariel, bring your bulk. Bring your bulk. I got it for you. Julie, that was so much fun. I had such a good time today.
Yes,
My energy level stayed, I think, pretty good. I think I did pretty good tonight.
It was like a slow.
And then there was a tiny uptick.
Well, that was
tiny uptick.
Choking.
Oh. I'm glad to see you react when I choke.
You were choking.
Amazing. Thank you, honey. I appreciate that.
But thank you guys so much. So we're going to be back on Sunday at 12 o'clock.
Figment wants to see the Figment board. So
yeah,
I'll go show the Figment board. Yeah.
round two.
You got in here like right after the fact. So let me show you I know we showed it earlier, but you kind of got in here like right after. But love you guys. Had a great time again. We're going to be back on what is it? Sunday noon. I already took pictures of everything. So here's the Figment board. Ta-da! Every single Figment pin. Rocket Bee was like my intrusive thoughts that swipe on it. So every single Figment pin that's ever been created. Somebody was asking about that's the fantasy pin right there, of him with his yellow sweater. And then there is the fantasy pin of him in his Christmas sweater. Do you have a top three? Well, I mean, any top three has to include that guy. The Figment profile is probably the best Figment profile, or profile pin period, that Disney's ever made. Like, it's amazing. Like, I don't just say because I like Figment. Like, that pin is amazing. I also love the monorail. Monorail, mentioned it earlier, one of my favorites. I do think I do have all the monorails coming eventually. The lady that we're selling for in Nebraska. Then, like, my first grail that I was ever looking for was this one. This is a limited edition of 300 for the 35th anniversary Epcot anniversary pin. Love that one too. There's a whole bunch. I love a whole bunch of them. Can I see Figment as sorcerer? Ah, yes. These are all authentic. So every single one of these is authentic. Where is Figment? Do we see him already? I'm not gonna lie. I don't know where all of these are. Like, so if you're shouting one out, it's somewhere on here. The Goofy Want a Trade pin did sell to him. We sold everything but one pin. So if you saw the pictures today, we sold everything but one. Oh, there he is. He's all the way up there. I'll even pop him off for a second here. He's a beautiful boy. He's a beautiful boy. Love me some sorcerer.
Which one is your favorite fantasy Figment?
Oh, fantasy Figment. There's a couple fantasy ones I really like. This is all stained glass around there. So that one I love. There's another one with
Jeff says that's the wrong answer.
him and Orange Bird. I'm showing my favorites. I have multiple favorites. Well, here, let me show everyone but Jeff's.
Oh no.
Oh no! This one's cool. Look at that. Like, come on, look at that. That's really cool. We'll do a shout out to Jeff for the sushi. There's the sushi. What other ones? I like that Orange Bird and Figment one too. Is really cool. Want a pin trade, and it's them trading together. That one's really cool.
Think about our fantasy pins. Fragments right there.
Oh, Fragment. Hi guys, got any pins? Our fantasy pins are all over the place. Trying to see, like, down here. I sometimes don't show stuff down here. Like,
Tell us your first pin and then your most expensive.
ooh, okay. First pin.
I think you're in that area.
So it's a double answer. So this is the first pin that I ever purchased myself at Walt Disney World. This This is the first pin my mom ever purchased for me at Walt Disney World. This is like when I was a kid, this Epcot Center Figment pin is like my very first pin that I kind of got at the parks. That was the first pin I purchased myself as a grown adult with adult money. That I was like, I'm buying Figment pins now. But that was the first one I had, like, and then I've traded for hidden Mickeys and all that. So, where was the other? But like, I like the Mount Rushmore where it's got the hitchhiking ghost, it's got Big Al, and it's got Sorcerer Mickey. It should be Orange Bird. Like, Orange Bird should be there. That should be Orange Bird. Mount Figmore. Most expensive pin that I have. Somebody asked that one. This is the pin that I paid the most money for one pin. This little tuxedo guy I paid $800 for. So you guys are talking about an aerial profile, our aerial pin for $1,200 or $900. I paid $800 for this tiny little tuxedo guy. 800 bucks. Whew. But it was one I needed. That's the new news jumbo. I kind of put that. I'll move some pins around here and there every once in a while. But yeah, whole bunch of stuff.
on that sorcerer one?
LE300. Should be LE300 on that one.
No, he didn't.
What?
Bet you slept on the couch that week.
No, Julie actually was the one that purchased it for me. That's what true love is, guys.
We were running a show at that time. So.
If you were here, we were running a show at the time, and Julie went over there, and then like I had already contacted them about it, and then they saw that my name was the Figment guy and her name was the Figment guy wife. They got the whole like it was a whole thing. They loved the whole thing. This is the Club 33 Figment that just came out, LE300. This one's going to be one that's going to be one of the rarest ones that's ever come out. This one, and then where's the one that I got from the Where's the one that I got that I just got from the trip? From the round the world trip. Where was that one at? Oh man.
I don't even remember what it looks like.
It's it's so but it's like it's the most generic Figment pin that there ever was, but it's going to end up being like one of my rarest pins that I have ever had. I saw the one with all the dragons. Yes, that's a fantasy pin from Thanos. Thanos is right. Made that. I think he still has it if you want it. Oh, there's the LE600 Hong Kong. I just got that one not too long ago. That's going to be another uh, expensive one. That's an LE400 cast exclusive Year of the Dragon Figment from, was that Hong Kong or is it Shanghai? Yeah, that's Hong Kong. So those are all going to be super duper expensive at some point. Do you have the Figment pin with a small piece of a sign? Oh, yes. So the pieces of history. So there's one piece of history. This one actually has a piece of his animatronic in it. That's that one. And then there's the one with him in Dreamfinder, which is somewhere in here. And that one has the piece of the original sign that hung in the attraction. Was the marathon pin 19.3 miles? It was 19.3 with the two races added together.
I think it's to the left of that big stained glass.
Oh, right there.
Yeah.
Good call, babe.
I saw the bubble.
There it is. That's the one that has the sign in it from the original attraction. And then there's him dressed as Maleficent for Halloween. Him with Christmas WDI right there. Those are some expensive ones now. Those ones have gotten crazy expensive. He's on this Imagineering pin. You want to talk about pins I hate? This one. He's on the Imagineering pins, and I can't stand that. But yeah, there's him as the Horned King from Black Cauldron. Like there's some of these I don't get to show that often because they're down there. Like him as Peter Pan. Somebody was telling me they're like, I've been looking for this pin everywhere. Him as Peter Pan from the Fairy Tales pin event. He's kind of just on here, and Stitch is the main pin right there. I kind of don't like that one with Stitch, but I kind of love this one with Stitch, where he's opening up a Christmas present and it's Figment stuffed animal. So I kind of love that one, but I hate the other one. Oh, so and there's fantasy, and then there's the map with Journey into Imagination on there. I had to get that. He likes a Stitch pin. I do like a Stitch pin. Oh, well, I hope you had a good time looking at the board. So that was fun. We refilled this board too. So after we basically emptied half of it, we refilled this with everything that came in. So we're going to be we'll probably do some flash sales soon. Julie loves doing flash sales. Hey guys, we will see you Sunday. Sunday, 12 o'clock. We'll see you guys. Look for the pictures on Saturday night. Have a good night, guys.